What is good, my friends? Oh my god! Okay, so before we get into the stream, I started early because I wanted to talk to you guys, okay? It's my core boys here right now, okay? If you're watching this in past broadcasts, you can too be a part, but you need to show up consistently. Anyways, so here's the thing. I spent the entirety, maybe even majority of the day, like as soon as I woke up, seen the news, I was like, awesome, I want to try to make this video I've had an idea about for a while. The kind of like tone, the music, the kind of editing, the like voiceover that just keeps gliding through. And I did it. But it took a good bit of time. And I don't know, man. To me, it kind of has me like, oh, because I spent a good bit of time on this video, man. I grinded away. I got everything about it that I think it would do well, is somewhat good, etc. Only for me to almost be certain that it's not going to do well. And it's funny because the only way that I can help you guys maybe understand where my brain kind of is I think if I were to cover any other game that didn't have such a like established foundation of content creators in it, the video would do well. Like if I could upload the same kind of video where I talk the same way, or I show the same gameplay, or I give the same attention to all the details, but in any other game sphere, I think it would do better. Just because there's so many content creators that people go to directly for Genshin, you know? And I feel like I missed the bag on that one pretty heavily, especially when it comes to news. But I still love Genshin. I still want to play and I still want to cover it, right? So I just think I just need to look like I need to start doing the stuff that I'm doing with content that you guys are going to see today, and you guys have seen a little bit with some of the other videos for other games, because that have like potential, but maybe not like a shit ton of content creators kind of in the mix. Because like, I don't know, I'm at the point where like, even though I can think my video is like kind of cleaner a little bit, like it's just to the point, it doesn't like miss things really. It kind of covers some whole, and I add like some nice edits and the voiceover and the mic, and at least maybe it's egotistical, but I think my video is pretty good. It doesn't matter because like there's such a people have already kind of chosen where they get their information from, but also speed of upload is also really important too. So it's people who just cover it really fast in the quickest ways possible, and they usually stream it while they cover it. But basically, I don't know, to me, I'm kind of having to chew through that of being like, I just work really hard in a video. I think it's pretty fucking sweet. But I don't know if it's going to really pop off or do well, besides like you guys watching, which I appreciate. But yeah, and I just think to myself, if I uploaded this kind of video with anything, the same treatment, but just not Genshin, I feel like it would do well, given it's not like an already really overly saturated kind of upload sphere. But yeah, also, there's another thing. I got so bogged down by editing, like super bogged down by editing, that I forgot to upload a video this morning. I still have a video for you guys. It's just coming out after the stream, in which I'm sure you've seen more than enough of me. But that's when it's going to be. But I do think I'm going to have to do the thing we talked about, which is there will always be content on the channel almost every day. But sometimes that content will be stream content, because I really did like, what do you call it? I was almost late to the stream. I know we started like 4 minutes early, but I was like rushing to get everything going, and I moved faster than I thought, and we're actually on time. But I was barely able to make the cuff, you know? I was barely able to get through the door. Oh, also, I need to do something. I need to put a diffuser up. I was wondering why I look a little bright. Okay. There we go. A little less bright. Also, the background makes it look a little more, like, you know, atmospheric in a sense. Oh, there she is. So good to see you, Secondly. Hopefully, been keeping your head up. Although I know it's a fucking nightmare. If I talk about it any longer, I'm gonna cry. So, what do you think about 2.3? What do you think about 2.3? What do you think about 2.3? Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, today we will be kind of talking about 2.3. Although like I said just a couple minutes ago, I made a video today. Very much enjoyed the way it came out. It will be coming out tomorrow morning probably. So I kind of want to stay away from all of the like 2.3 things. Specifically, what I actually want from you guys is to kind of be a part of a video that I'm trying to create, where I just want to talk about Gorou and Itto and like best team comps for them. and like artifacts, except that's obvious, weapons, except that's obvious too, but mainly about who do you think they would synergize with, because also we got like 20 days or something to prepare for our boys to come in strong. But yes, anyways, sorry for me rambling. I actually I meant it when I asked you guys what the hell do you think about things. But yes. Also, Lone Syndicate says, whoa, early stream! Thank you for being excited, Lone Syndicate. Also, Fluff is here, popping up. Fluff, how do you feel? Maybe you haven't seen all that is Gorou. Although I think you've seen it beforehand, but still. Redeemed water from our boy Nanny. Thank you kindly, my friend. Lone Syndicate says, oh, Grin, do you mean something like Let It Die content? Like your Let It Die content? What do you mean? Well, that's the thing that's fucking annoying. Like that's what I mean. That's exactly, yes, you've nailed it. Like to me, if I made the same video that's gonna come out tomorrow, which I think like is edited, it has a nice voiceover, I think. I popped some jokes. And it took like 4 hours to kind of parse together, really. Not that long, maybe like 2 or 3 hours. And I just think if I were to do that with any other game that wasn't already getting so much coverage and attention that like Genshin is, then the video would do better, or like that would have a higher chance of yielding me any sort of like better growth of our channel, growth of our community, in a sense, you know? Because I just think like I think I bust my ass on a video, and I'm like, I've done this before in the last 3 weeks, and it's kind of been like, oh yeah, because there's so many other content creators that either like whale, or that they just get out content faster, or that they just produce content that is like of interesting things at a high enough rate to where that's the value, and not necessarily other things can stand in the same sphere. You know what I mean? And it's not to say that my video is like perfect or anything. It's just to say that like I think if I was playing a smarter game, I would make those videos about games that have covered, essentially they don't have like predominant content creators already in the scene or in the space, or at least that I could provide something, an angle that they're not already providing, you know? Anyways, we're talking too much about YouTube savvy things. I just want to pick your guys' brain about it, and also tell you guys that unfortunately, yeah, some things will be like I will still cover Genshin for sure. It's just that I think it'll probably be in like streams and like things where it's like pretty low maintenance, like low effort, high yield potential, where we can just feed off each other's excitement and whatnot, and not necessarily like make a very nice looking video, essentially. What's good, Spark? Spark says hello, or yeah, Holla? I haven't seen that word forever. Holla, Grim. How has your day been? It's been pretty good. I've been editing like crazy. And I still got a little bit more editing to do, but we'll see if we can manage by end tonight. Lone Syndicate says, woohoo, after stream. Yeah, well, hopefully, it was supposed to be up a little beforehand, but it's Sparks, Lone Syndicate says, Sparks, or Sup Sparks and Zachary, how are you both doing? Yeah, it would be lovely. Carlos says, hi, Gran. Long time no see. Has it really been that long? Carlos, I feel like I seen you like a couple days ago. Okay. I missed you. I will have you know that. Fluff says, all right, so this Christmas event makes sense to have both Albedo and Eula involved and have Duo run alongside. Fluff! I can see the future, people. I was talking to you guys about this a couple like a day ago, where I was like, do you guys think they'll ever do like the thing that they do for the weapon banner, like they do for characters? Except, of course, I was like, they'd have to make it like equally as valuable. And that's exactly what they did, essentially. So you keep pity on both, so you can kind of like, if you want to be dangerous, build pity on one with a better 5 stars that you want, and go by it this way. And I don't know, man, but this seems like Mahoyu responding to like, maybe Child wasn't it. But then again, maybe this tanks, and like, Albedo gets nothing, and they're like, fuck, maybe this is not the way we increase our margins, you know? Ladies and gentlemen, right here, keep going, go forward a little bit. This right here is why I want Itto. Some people want him for the quote-unquote ab cake. I want him for the chunky monkey bowl. Look at that pudgy fucking thing. I love it more than words can describe. Okay? And it pains me that he's not going to be on the field for more than 6 seconds. But look at him. He's just sitting there like, fuck yeah. He's just getting after it. He's just a happy boy. He's our first, like animal-looking pet, besides Oz, which is like a fucking electro bird, you know? Second says 2.3 looking amazing, and I'm doing a little better. Thanks for yeah. It's more me like gah. But yes. Losing it says 2.3 looking sick. It was full of surprises. Yeah, I agree. I think it did bring a good bit to the table, and it's just nice being able to talk about like all that is these two characters, because it tends to be like MiHoYo's subliminal kind of rule a little bit, maybe. But it's you're allowed to talk about characters when they're announced, like this. And I'm sure they don't appreciate you telling everyone their constellations and shit, but I think they're like, okay, as long as their shit, like we've shown them the gameplay, it doesn't hurt for you showing them another angle to the gameplay, even if it's from beta. Although I'm sure they're pissed still, but I just don't think they're gonna strike the videos in that sense. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Segment says, but I did wake up at 3 a.m. to catch the live stream. Jesus, I did see some people fucking up in the ass crack of dawn, just being like, Jesus, guys, sleep. It's okay. We have like weeks to wait. Shit. Carlos says, I'm so excited about Albedo's rebuild. I've been doing some calculations to just be him doing 20k at least per flower blossom, and I'm sad. Wait, what do you mean rebuild? Oh, do you mean like the new artifact set and the weapon in combination will be like him popping up? Okay, 20k per blossom. Shit, that sounds awesome. Although, see, that to me makes sense. 20k, you're dealing a good payload of damage every 2 seconds, but your construct can get bashed, so you gotta place it in a smart spot. That to me makes sense. But if it's not that, then what the fuck? It's just you're like the juice ain't worth the squeeze. You got a construct that breaks constantly, and you can't use the goddamn thing, you know? Nanny says, is it me or is Itto's arm looking a bit skinny? Yeah, people were saying that he's not buff boy extraordinaire, which I get is shitty. But dude, I don't know, man. I feel like you're fighting a losing battle. Itto looks beyond sick. Like he's got like the classic trench coat. He's got the crazy ass hair. He's got horns. He's got like badass tattoos that like circulate his whole body and shit. I don't know. To me, I'm like, this is not the guy you come for aesthetic value not being there. Because I feel like he's got it. Also, have you seen his cute bull? Again, I just want to stress that. It's fucking the best. I can't describe how aesthetic I find that thing specifically, you know? It's like, it's got the, see, look at that. It's crisp. It looks angry, but also looks like a fucking bro. I love it. I love it. And then Gorou looks fucking cute, I guess. I don't know. He's got discipline issues or something. He's got anger issues also. I will say though, Nanny, I feel like MiHoYo will probably drop that at some point. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's their next big, like, ooh, this character is the body type of like a big ass dude, bro. Or the first like different Genshin model existing in the game. Ugh. I feel like they'll drop that on a character that, again, maybe has less interest or hype for him already, you know? Yeah, okay, so the new artifact set and all that stuff is what you mean by, for him? Okay, gotcha. I mean, I knew of the coming, I guess that would just yeah, it's weird. That's like, the way they rebalance stuff in the game is like, here's a new artifact set and a weapon. You're like, okay. Okay, Amber's still just crying. Alone Singer says, Itto's arm looked too skinny. I can't see it. Where is it? I lost the fucking comment. Lone Singer says, Itto's arms look too skinny. I don't let it fool you. What you mean? What do you mean? Well, that's the thing about Itto, man. To me, when it comes to like skinniness, I would normally be with you because I want a buff ass fucking boy as well in the game. But I will say, man, that's the kind of like always the cool part about Oni is that they're kind of like elves that have a shit ton of strength. So they're not necessarily supposed to look like, and if they are, it's usually an indicator that they're not like of higher quality. Or at least that's what I learned from Reincarnated as Slime. Okay. Which is a great show, okay? Can't wait to watch the second season. It's sitting there waiting for me. What's good, superhero? Also, Sparks says, hello is Spanish for... Oh, no, I know what it's from, Sparks. I just haven't heard it in a minute or read it, like, in that way. I'm sitting there like, is this, like, Hala? Is that is that what I'm trying to say? Not Ola. Oh, it's Ola. Okay. So yeah, see, I'm like, is it Hala or Ola? It's my different cadences of speech. Fluff says, I refer to dual run banner was bound to happen if nothing sooner than it yeah, I was about to say, well, that to me makes sense. Although they did get us on the like rerun banners, except they get us with the bullshit of it being like, well, when the character is in the story, then we'll bring them back. And you're like, are you shitting me? So they're like, yeah, we just gone. He was just fucking off working her ass off. Just don't even worry about it. You won't see her for years. It's fine, you sons of bitches. Where the fuck is Yai? She's been constantly in the story, you pieces of shit. Anyways. Superhero says, hello, superhero. Fluff says, the bull is the key to Itto's heavy combo unless you get constellations. Yeah. I still want, okay, so we'll talk about Itto in a minute. I just want to catch up with chat. We'll focus on Itto first, and then we'll move to Gorou. In terms of talking about his stuff, I might have to open up a certain website, honey something, to find out things. The bull is adorable, isn't it so fucking the best? I feel like no one's mentioning it, and it is the whole thing. It's the whole point. Fluff says, I'm guessing Itto's actually a brand new body type, just cleverly oh yeah, he isn't a brand new body type. Yeah, no, he's just a retextured Zhongli kind of thing. Also speak of Itto's, I like they did his voice of English voice actor because he also voices from Persona 5 Ryuji. Both characters are similar, being like a tough, prideful person who is kind of misunderstood by his looks and are nice people when you get to know them. Nice, yeah, that sounds awesome. To me, I remember him from it's called Welcome to Demon School, Irmika, where there's this guy named Schmobnock or something. It's like he's like wants to be the Demon King, but he has the same like idea of a character, everything. He's like almost one-to-one comparison to Itto. I don't know if he's voiced, but he has the same cadence and the same like my rival and all this weird shit. Anyways, Fluff says, oi, don't trash the good boy. I'm not trashing anybody, all right? All I'm saying is they put him in A tier. I wonder why. I just want, I do think the more I look at his kit, the more I get excited by his kit. But the thing that kills me, Fluff, for our boy, is why the hell is his cooldown for his ult 20 seconds? It's up for 9, or is it 9? I think it's up for 9, and it's on a 20-second cooldown. That's a long ass, like, not having this cute chibi, like, dog thing on your side. I'm hoping, I haven't really looked at the constellation, but I'm hoping that gives you back it, because that, to me, dude, that's worth its weight in gold. Just to have, like, this cute little thing that's constantly dealing damage. I don't know if it's Geo either. So just to have constant damage application constantly being applied, that's pretty good. That's really good, actually. Especially when you don't need to do anything. The only negative is that it could dominate the elemental reaction pool, which is kind of in every character at this point, you know? Sega says, Yai is 2.5, grin, more time to save Primo Gems. Oh shit, it's a good bit away, hey? Jesus. Again, I still don't know your sources, Second, how you get that much feature sight. But I always appreciate you sharing the love. I didn't upload the special Primo codes. I'm so busy. Shit. Also, we might jump into play in a minute. Carlos says, Itto looks like a JJBA character from part 5 and was introduced in part 3. Everyone thought he would be more buffed, me included. Oh, you mean like powerful, like strong? Or do you mean like damage-wise? Sparks, monthly reminder, Amber is still the best pyro user. Thanks, Sparks. Yeah, sure. Okay. We have a fighting event, so we are getting a child back again. God, no. Lonesing says, fun fact, Yai and Ganyu were supposed to be in 2.3, but I heard something went wrong and they were pushed back to 2.5. Interesting. Huh. That kind of makes sense because we haven't heard anything. Like, usually there's some... I guess Eula we didn't really hear much about, but yeah, usually they like to hint at future characters and then give them to us. We haven't heard anything about Gorou, or sorry, not Gorou. We have not Itto. Xinyan wasn't in the Labyrinth event banner, was she? They just provided her free if you worked for. Yeah, it's true. I didn't think about that. Jamal says Albedo is getting to be a villain. Yeah, that was the thing that pissed me off about this like thing where they're talking about like the people. They're like, oh, like you'll find out what kind of boss you fight, and then in the trailer they show fucking Albedo hulking out. You're like, what? Why are you acting like there's a mystery here? Are you psychotic? Like, what's happening? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I want your help. Share your mana with me, your disgusting weeb. I'm sorry, I love you to bits. Anyways, okay, so this is hopefully going to be a video. So I wanted to ask you guys the question. Specifically, we're going to be talking about Itto for right now, okay? So, what do you think? Well, first of all, let's just cover Itto's skills. So this is the baseline question that when I look at Itto's skills, I ask, and I don't know, and I'm hoping you guys can answer to me. And I think there's not really, I think it's just like, do both. But anyway, so when I look at Itto's kit, we know at this point now that it's all about getting superfluous super strength. I'm not going to say that for the majority of the time. Anyways, what do you call it? Basically, your whole thing is to get your final combo hit, and then you'll get a stack. You also can get a stack from throwing your little cow thing. But predominantly, you're going to be regenerating your stacks by landing your 4th attack combo, right? And if you have your ult, it's that much easier, I think, to generate stacks as well as get to your final attack, because it's you get an increase to attack speed. Good. But what I'm curious to see is when you look at Itto's skills in a certain website, his scaling on his final charged attack is really, really high. Does anybody know why you wouldn't just get a stack and then fully expend it? So like do a charge attack, do a sweep, and then do your smash, which looks like what he has. Like when he finally hits the ground with his final attack, he like stomps the ground with his thing. Does that have like a stupid like long hang time where you're like sitting there with your weapon embedded into the ground, or can you like sprint cancel out of that? Because I don't know why you would ever go beyond more stacks. Besides, I think there's one thing in his. I gotta look him up. I'm starting to be like, what is happening? But I feel like I have answers. I'm just not 100% about it. But I thought he had something in his kit that basically functioned around the idea of. When you actually get multiple stacks or you hit multiple times with your one ability, you get something. What's one of those things? When Itto uses his E attack, he obtains the following effect. Each slash causes the subsequent slash to have 10% more attack speed. Okay, so that's what it is. Maxing attack speed at 30. Okay, so you need like three stacks of superlative whatever the hell, and it's going to get you even more attack speed. But does that stay with you? This effect will be cleared once you stop performing consecutive slashes. I don't know how that looks exactly. Oh, also, this is just the other thing. You basically always get 35% of whatever your base, or not your base, but whatever your defense is. So that's huge. But that's not even constellations. That's his passive talents. But I guess that's the kind of answer, because I just didn't know why you would ever use, not farm out his last attack. But I guess if you want to build up attack speed, I just don't know why that's valuable. Why do you want attack speed in general, you know? Aiden says, one of his talents gives him 30% attack speed, while the others swing. They supposedly have pretty decent ratios overall. Okay, I gotcha. Okay, so it's like, in the grand scheme of things, you could do that, but you're not losing out by the other thing, and also you have more time, more access to spread out the damage, right? That was the other thing, is where I was just like, well, sometimes you don't need to just deal a bunch of burst damage. Sometimes you just need to spread it out over a long period of time, like this, where he's constantly getting ground, you know? So that might be it. Once again, it says the 2nd and 4th attack. What do you mean, the 2nd and 4th attack? What's that mean? I do think his woodchucker thing is like him being a beaver is weird, although maybe some Canadian heritage there, you know? I heard rumors, but I didn't want to spoil the Albedo. Yeah. Oh, okay, I know about that. Neat. I'm from the future. Okay. They put him in A tier. Yeah. Okay. Fuck you. You son of a bitch. I didn't think about that. Fuck these people. I'm with you. Although I do hope they're right. No, no. But if that's the case, if then they're like, hey, he's so much better than Razor, and I love Razor, but this dude looks like his big brother, and I think that's equal a little bit. Carlos says, I mean buff in a visual way more. Gotcha. So you want him to be more yoked out of his mind. Fair enough. Although I do feel like he may not. Again, the whole point of the Oni is that like the race itself has like absolute monstrous strength. Although I guess there is also like the red Oni, which looks like ogre-ish, you know, or orc-ish, you know. Okay, so that was my first question about Itto, is basically, why would you not just like hyper carry his last final charge attack? Because some of his kit kind of helps you have both be an option, it seems like. I don't know if it's better to do one or the other. Probably better to gain stacks and then expend all of them, although I think if you build him enough and you level up his talents enough, like every character, you won't need to use all of his things. You can just use the one and it'll be enough to kill him, right? But anyways, the other thing is, what do you call it, his little goat, or not his goat, his beautiful bull, gets you a stack, so you'll be able to quickly get to your another combo, which is fantastic. And I haven't looked at his constellations too much, but again, he's a 5-star, so best to not do that. The only thing that sucks to me a little bit, but it's also kind of like pretty good, is his alt has like a stupid high energy cost. Or no, actually, no, that was the thing I wanted to point out. Why does Itto's alt at 70? Why? It just seems like it just gives me anxiety. The OCD in me is like, every character's at 80 or 90 if you're ball, but I guess they are like, no, let's just shave off a little on top if maybe he couldn't get to his alt that easily when you had to fully build his stuff out. But the fact that they gave him a little bit less alt charge or requirement means you can invest in other things though, right? What's good, Chloe? I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Hopefully you've been taking care of yourself. Hopefully everything is well and good. I'd love to see you. We're talking about muscular boy Itto. All these things. Okay. I'm 100% all in. You're C6ing Itto? Oh, geez Louise. Aiden, good luck. Good luck, Aiden. And hopefully Gorou on the way. Yeah, well, definitely. I feel you're C6ing Itto. You cannot not C6 the other person. Anyways. The woodcutter is those exploratory passives most. Oh, right, I forgot. Yeah, but stamina reduction is kind of a nicety, especially with him being yoked out of his mind. You think he'd be able to like run forever? Although maybe his cardio game sucks ass. Although no, because he can like shake off some like a charge attack drain, you know. Carlos says maybe because the bull and his burst, he gains stacks quickly. Yeah, I didn't really look at that. What does his burst exactly do for him when it comes to gaining stacks? Normal attack, plunge attack damage will all be converted to Geo. This cannot be overridden. Itto's normal attack speed will be increased. Yeah, we know that. The first and third combo of his attack will gain him. Oh, that's what Lone Syndicate was saying. Okay, so when you use his alt, you're getting double, essentially, the yield of this superlative super strength. Guys, I just say that 3 times fast. I promise you, you'll have a stroke. So maybe don't, actually. But also, you're getting physical resistance. Wait. Elemental and physical resistance is decreased by 20%. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I forgot he had utility buff, like utility. So it's like he's a pretty good secondary DPS just because he weakens enemies to their element, to all elemental damage and all physical resistance by 20%. So that's good. You can always use him as like a pretty good secondary DPS. I just wonder how easily is he going to be able to generate particles. I mean, give and take, your little tiny guy is, you're going to throw that and get like maybe 4. I don't know how good he's gonna be with Geo artifact regeneration, you know. Carlos says Xiao has 70 on his. Oh, he does too. Oh, I thought it was just him. I didn't even remember that. Okay, huh? Weird. Why is it? Okay, I don't like that it's not 80. I like when things are across the board neutral. Everything is wonderful. You're doing well. Good to hear. Love to hear. I returned. Hey. Fluff says, I figured 70 energy cost because it's mostly an infusion effect. It's powerful, but not changing in animations. I think it kind of changes a little bit in animations, doesn't it? Or maybe they just add a bunch of like effects around it to make it look that way. His burst makes all of his normal attacks give him stacks. Nice. Okay, so that's what that is. Okay, so then he just makes sense. He just makes sense as a character. Okay, so then there lies the question: who do we couple? Well, first of all, let's go through the list. Best artifact set. The new artifacts that scales off Geo and defense. Good. I don't really know what other artifacts that you could use. Yeah, maybe like Gladiator, whatever, but just like use the new one, you know? As of his weapons, I think there are plenty of options, just like classic claymores. We don't have great options, but if you want to get him kicking shit really hard, it seems like even just one copy of his legendary 5-star sword is insane, because it scales off of your defense, upping your attack, and you're already going to be building a shit ton of defense for him anyway, so you're essentially double dipping into your defense 3 times, because when you activate your ult, you're dipping into your defense. When you use this weapon, you're dipping into defense, and when you just use him and you level up his talent ascension, his first passive talent is to double dip into defense. So just try to get as much defense as you possibly can and some crit rate on top, and you should probably be okay. Anyways, so in that way, so I'm actually curious. Do you guys think we should go defense, 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 or is that not possible? I think it is. To go defense, defense, defense on each kind of cup, or maybe defense, defense, critical rate. Because I don't know if it's, well, especially if you have that build, I don't think it's worth like going into geo damage. It's just better to go to defense because everything's dipping into that damage, which I think is why he's so broken. Why people are saying he's S tier. It's because he has like 3 things that triple dip into one loot pool of a resource, which not many things do that. But anyways, unrelated, but I have my hands on the first ever official Seik and Skara art. What? Did you pay someone to draw like a Sekiri and Scaramouche thing? You're throwing off the whole thing, Sekiri. I gotta ask questions, but we're not done yet. We're not done talking about Itto. So yeah, that's his best weapon. I don't know what his best like other weapon would be. I don't think it's like Eula's physical damage one. I think, you know, Skyward's Pride, the Claymore or whatever. That one scales off of the physical defense as well because of the attack thread. I don't know what else. Maybe just the free-to-play one that gives you like 40% damage randomly whenever you hit. Oh yeah, White Blind. I forgot about White Blind. Yeah, White Blind would work. Yeah, totally. Okay, White Blind's the best free-to-play option. You can actually create it if you have prototypes. Heaven hope you have prototypes. Anyways, do you think they'll sell like a non 5-star equivalent on his same banner that could be kind of like a runner-up as well? Or do you think they're just gonna be like, no, you just use the White Blind if you don't have the fucking big pooba? To show the sketch later in the art, damn nice. Everyone's been getting into drawing lately. That's amazing. I love to hear it, man. Itto's best FTP weapon is White Blind. Please do, second, he says. Lone Ticket as well. Awesome. Yeah, man, I feel like, again, Itto is not a bad, man, depending on his 4 stars on his weapon, it's a really good pickup because he's one of those characters that gives value to like a lot of the defense roles you have, albeit, yes, that one artifact set is perfect for him, but still. But I don't know, man, he seems hard to kind of fuck up in a sense, but I am worried that he might need Gorou to actually like pop off and profit, you know, because Gorou is gonna also just buff. I think that's also the thing why people are saying he's S tier is because his weapons dip into defense 3 times, and now we have a character that supercharges your defense by a whole mess of a lot as well. And yeah, so to me, but then okay, so now here's the bigger question to Itto: who do you couple with him besides obviously Gorou? Do you just hyper focus and try to like utilize Gorou to the best of your ability? And try to pump him up as much as you possibly can? Maybe. I don't know. Gorou, if there's constellations for Gorou, which let me look at, because we're kind of inadvertently talking about Gorou, unfortunately, which I wanted to wait and to do this in separate takes, but I just want to see, because this is relevant to him. Does Garu's constellations just decrease his like ult's cooldown in any way? I don't really see too much. Within the Glory War banner, General Glory created by Gorou himself, Geo opponents. The cooldown of Garu's Inazuma all-rounded defense is decreased by 2%. Not really what I'm looking for. Okay, wait. General Glory, its duration is increased by 1 second when a nearby active character obtains an elemental shard from a crystallized reaction. Okay, when is it? This has to be on a cooldown. This effect can only be triggered on more than once every 0.1 second, and its duration can be increased by a maximum of 3. Okay, that's the thing then. So you just need to pick up 3 crystals. Okay, that's okay, I guess. It seems like you're kind of trading on a lot for like the ability to generate crystals for 3 seconds, which is good. But anyways, when Garou's glory is in the imprinted, no, that's not talking about specifically his regeneration ability. For 12 seconds after using your all-rounded defense of Gorou will increase the critical damage of all my partners. Yeah, it doesn't fix this problem where I want to have his little tiny guy up for the whole time. What's good, chicken? Chicken says, what artifact set is best for him? Easy, chicken. It's this new artifact set right here. I'll find it right here. God damn it. Nope, we went too far. This right here. This is the best artifact set for him right here. It's called the Husk of Opulent Dreams. It gives you a 2-piece, gives you defense, which he triple dips into defense again, especially if you have the weapon. Also, what do you call it? Gorou, I think, gives defense as well, so that's going to be great. But it's the alt, which basically gives you 24 defense and 24 geo damage. And again, he dips into defense. That's amazing. But anyways, how that works is you need to deal damage with Geo in order to build those stacks. And if you are using the character while you're dealing Geo damage, you're going to be able to build stacks relatively easily every like 0.1 second or whatever. But if you're having like a character like Albedo or Gorou who's off the field, you're not playing him on, it's going to be on a 3-second timer to get 3 stacks. But you could always like switch to Albedo, put down your flower, then hit someone. You already got 2 stacks because you're playing them, and then use their ult, and that's going to hit one thing. Now you got 3 stacks, and now you can switch over, and you already got a little bit of buff of defense and geo damage, which is going to stack over time. As long as you're hitting things consistently, which you should be. But yeah, that's his best in slot, I think, for his things. But yes. Again, I still don't know how Gorou, because I hate that Gorou has like 10 seconds of downtime on his ult. It just to me it's like, oh, what? Son of a bitch. The content requires the new corrosion wolves, healers. Faces says, if I don't pull in a weapon, then I will use wipe. Yeah, no, I definitely think he'll work. Again, that's one of my things is I think if you want him to be stupid, I think that's why he might be stupid in terms of like scaling, is because he like quintuple dips into so many things. But I think White Blend will take care of you. You don't need these stupid attack scaling. It'll just be the difference between you melting a boss and still melting a boss, I imagine, depending on where. Because I think, again, you could just build Gorou, and Itto will kind of benefit from that. I think there's multiple options. If you want to instantly annihilate things, then maybe do all of it. But I think you could get by if you have the white blind. Just build Gorou, buff up your defense %, which also will buff up everything else, and also will make you an unkillable god, kind of. So, because yeah, you're building defense like a crazy amount. Aiden says, yeah, Gorou gives a healing on C4. Oh, is that what it? Okay. Where C4, Gorou says, when Garou's glory is in the impenetrable or crunch, which is I think 3 Geo people, it will also heal the active character with an AoE every 1 second of 50% of Garou's own defense. What? What? Okay. So you don't need a healer if you have C4. That's insane. A Geo person just becomes healer person now and also buffs up your like elemental damage? Okay, I kind of shit on Gorou a little bit. But that's no, because he's a 4-star. It's not absurd that you will get consolations for him. That's wild. So now he shields the shit out of you. He's giving you buffs. He's making you resistant to interruption. He's sharing defense. He's also applying like damage over time with his crystals, which I think if they do geo damage will cause crystallization. And now he's healing you for 50% of what you're already going to be building him for anyway, because he has no other real valuable stat besides maybe energy regen. Although I could see them maybe making a build where you throw some crit damage on him or something, just so his one crystallization can proc and hit hard. That's insane. Okay, so then you don't really need a healer in the team with Itto. If you have C3 Huh. Well, fuck. Then who? Then what do you need? Bennett? Just for the attack scaling? Kujusara, maybe? Although I don't know, I feel like Bennett's still like, you could just always have healing a shit ton and the other one on the off chance that it doesn't happen, essentially. And that happens always? Sorry, I'm still like, okay, no, General Glory. Okay, so you need to activate his ult. So you will have 9 seconds of non-healing. But still, you have defense like crazy, so you shouldn't actually be getting killed or hurt that badly. Ha! That I didn't know. Yeah, I was like, I don't really get Gorou, but his constellations do seem insane. And of course, you're getting a boatload of critical damage, and increase to damage and all of these things with when you get him Constellation 6. Yeah, but I'm not getting it. Okay, so again, what did anyone have a dream team? Anyone have a dream team for Itto? Let me hear about it. Lay it on me. To me, thinking Gorou has to be on there. Like especially if he heals you. And then the only one I could think that maybe could be good is Bennett, if you can snapshot his damage up via that, which you might. Although I'm not sure, because again, his main damage does not come from his attack percent. It comes so heavily from his defense. So do you even want attack percent buff with Bennett? I don't think you want like crystallization or elemental damage. I don't know. And so then Itto, Albedo, Gorou, those are the 3. And then you don't really need a healer. You kind of just need, you can throw in anybody else. Maybe Ball? I don't know. What do you need on the off time? Chicken says Gorou, Itto, Nichio, Bennett. I feel like Albedo will be kind of like good there too, though. Although you will have like you'll have like a fucking domain expansion. You'll just have like a conquest area where like, come into my zone, bitch, and you'll just wreck. So I don't know. Grin was talking about only thing. Also, Aiden says Nin Wong is good. Practically particle generator, yeah. 12% geo bonus damage too, and you get good options to the. Yeah, do you think he'd be better than Albedo? Just because you don't really. Like, I feel like Nin Wong you might need to play a little bit, depending if you don't have her E leveled up, just to kind of do quick burst damage, you know. Also, Zekti says the new artifact is going to be Kokomi. Oh yeah, the new healing artifact set is going to be Kokomi's. Do you guys think it could work on anybody else? We're getting ahead of ourselves. Stick on Itto. We'll talk about that later. Fazeless says, I hope it doesn't work like that dipping in. Just worried they will do a tome or yeah, that's the thing, man, where they kind of hyper nerf the character or hyper. Feels like just people who have Constellation 6 or they're maxed out 5-star weapon, that it feels like they're lesser because of the potential of all of their things. Yeah, I forgot about that Faceless, but I don't know. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Well, I hope for the best. I don't know. I shouldn't overspeak, but again, the people who I beta people put them in SS, which I don't know why, but that would be my only be like, Adi says, Aiden says, and I'd add unique mechanics that pull in crystal procs to automatically shield you if you are in range of the crystal things. I'd say the 4th slot for Geo tier is whomever you want. Perhaps flex as whatever element you need to fight. That's the thing. Maybe you should go with Shincho, because Shincho just like hyper produces a shit ton of like multi damage hits essentially, which maybe can deal with the big problem that, like, to me, I don't know, man. I want to hear from people who have played in the beta with him. How do you get around the shield melt? Like, what happens when you fight a wizard or like an Abyss Herald? Like, you need elements to facilitate beating them. So are you just kind of like, or is it because Gorou constantly applies like the crystallization of his ult? That's when you use his ult, and that's when it's supposed to like just constantly keep proccing and just melt like a death by 1,000 cuts kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe Rosaria in the 4th slot for crit rate, that could be good. Also applies a little bit of crystallization consistently, to make like a different element apply. That's not bad. Yeah, you could sub in Itto for Shenyan if you want to build them both. Chicken, do you think, I don't know, because to me, I would say that Bennett is the only one I'm curious about, like, about working with him, because he just doesn't need, like Bennett, he buffs up your attack percent, and I just, like, looking at Itto, you don't want any attack percent. You, like, I don't need, like, it just seems like so much, you get so much from, and maybe, like, in the grand scheme of, like, the algorithm of numbers and, like, scaling, maybe attack percent will just like be actually pretty helpful, or maybe with how much you get out of defense, it'll be like, no, it's consequential at that point. I don't know. Ball or Bennett, that's what I was thinking, because like to me, if you wanted to just build like hyper focused, like, because Ball will constantly generate particles, and you're going to be dealing with a shit ton of geo damage. You're going to be able to constantly make crystals, and that both benefit seemingly from getting crystals. So you'll be able to, and it's AoE as well, so you'll be able to AoE detonate all of the geo and and produce a shit ton of crystals with Ball, and then simultaneously you'd be able to, you could build Gorou for like higher damage and like better scaling in that regard, and where you might mess up is your energy recharge. But also, one of the things that Ball does, if you activate her E, it's going to scale up your elemental burst, which I think your little corgi thing or whatever it is will scale up as well as Garou's alt damage potentially, although I think that might be a little much. But that to me I think might be the weird play, because if you have Gorou for C4, I don't think you need much more. Yeah. I'm not sure, but I think that's the play. So what it would be, Albedo, Gorou, Itto, and then Ball, just to generate energy so that you could hyper build damage. And you could also mass apply an element, whatever that element could be, every 0.1 second, to constantly detonate crystallize, and also maybe melt some shields along the way. That'd be what I would probably end up building. I also luckily have those characters, so I'm inherently biased. But yeah. Left says Geo Traveler or the other Geo. Yeah. Aiden says, oh wait, no, wait, let me catch a bunch. Got a little away from me. Sega says Zhongli. Oh, I forgot Zhongli. Yeah, Zhongli, Gorou, Itto, and Anemo, Venti, or Sucrose, or Kazuha. Do you think they would be? Oh yeah, I think Kazuha would be like a really strong pick, because he just increases geo damage, right? Like he would increase your geo damage. So if you had Kazuha, I think that would be the play. I don't know why Venti and Sucrose would be that good though. Oh, they would be if you didn't have Itto. I think if you had. Because Itto, I think, would, like, you get the whole Claymore bullshit where you can't reach people, right? Maybe Corndog has hella reach, maybe. Or maybe his attack combination is, like, so vertical that he'd be able to hit. It does seem like that's his, like, charge attack would sweep upwards, so it actually might be pretty good in that regard. I just hope on Geo Trio Itto team won't suffer against Shield. I hope so, Fluff. I hope so. Aiden says, I'm going to try Itto C6, Gorou C6, Albedo C2, and Raiden C3, and Rosaria C6, and see which will be better. Man, I hope you report back to us, because I would love to hear about that, whenever it comes out, of course. Chicken says, a good alternative if you don't have Albedo? Zhongli, I think, would be amazing. His pillar does a similar thing, just with a lesser, greater radius. And yeah, you'd be able to like have a crazy amount of sustain. In fact, I think you should plug in Zhongli otherwise. If you don't have Albedo, the Geo Traveler works, but the thing which really works with the Geo Traveler is a Zhongli catalyst of like proccing off of that. But yeah, I think, well, if we're talking about Geo characters, so you can double dip from Gorou, I feel like I might be missing somebody. Noelle doesn't really work because she provides healing in a way. And she kind of does a similar thing, what Itto is kind of aiming to do. But yeah, I would say, Chicken, I would say that. I would say Zhongli. If you don't have Zhongli, then yeah, the main traveler. Well, I would say just pick a different character. Don't even pick you'd be better off going with like a Shincho, who's pretty well built, and he would out-damage your Geo Traveler, even though there are benefits to using what's called Itto with a certain character type or damage type. Fluff says, unless the charge into his heavy combos counts as normal attacks. I don't know. I don't know. Lone Skid says, surprisingly, Geo can shred shields pretty well, considering I've been using Ning Wong and killing Abyss Mages, and personally, I would say Sara instead of Bennett, because I feel like you wouldn't really attack or need the healing part of his burst. Yeah, but what else does Sara do? She gives like electro critical damage, right? And she gives like, does she like hit hard with her alt to the point in which it would be better than a Shincho damage overall, you know? But that's what I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try Albedo. I could maybe swap out well wait, let's say we got Itto, Gorou. If I'm lucky enough to get Gorou, I will definitely be able to get Itto because I have pity. So we'll just snipe his ass real quick. Okay, so my plan, by the way, just a side thing, I'm planning on going sniping Itto, getting him. All right, then I'm gonna go over and just go until I get a weapon. I could get shit and get the non-weapon banner, which would be unfortunate, disgusting. Anyways. But I'm guaranteed pity of the weapon that is on at least the banner, because last time I got nothing off the banner. And then, depending on if we hear some leaks in the shit of it, I think I'm going to go back and wish on to get more Gorous. Hopefully I can get one, so we'll see. But anyways, but yeah, that's the plan. Who knows if it'll work out? I hope, again, if I could come out of there with Itto and his weapon, I'd be pretty happy. It's not like Gorou wouldn't be on other banners, so I could come on top a little bit. But that's my hope, my hope and dream. If I get his weapon, baby, I'd be real happy, because I've got like no character-specific weapons besides Eula's. I can use more claymores, especially with this claymore. Like, this claymore is really good. It's like the staff of Homa in terms of it like double dipping into the thing that it's providing. Anyways, Aiden says Albedo also buffs elemental mastery. I forgot about that, Aiden. Yeah, fuck, I haven't played Albedo in a hot minute. And his passive after using Q. Do you think? I don't know this. Does anyone know if you build decent elemental mastery, does crystallize scale even a little bit okay? I thought the way it scales isn't like by damage, it's by making a stronger shield, I thought. But I could be wrong on that. I use Zhongli to break shields, so I don't see the problem with full Geo team. You like even wizard shields? How? You just hit him a bunch with his base weapon? Do you like use his you place a pillar and you hope they don't teleport away and they just keep getting pulsed by his pillar? Lozinga says, only at C6 Sara gives critical damage, and yes, Sara burst hits for 30k on low end and 40 to 50k on the high end, and 62 makes Sara better to play. Okay. Well, I was about to say, well, for me, like, I could just use ball, right? And I could just burst out and do 80k. Bang. And then I'd also be able to generate particles for my whole team, or energy for my whole team, as well as buff up their ult damage. So I feel like Sara on the low end, maybe ball on the high end a little bit. But yeah, who would have thought ball was? When I first thought like ball popped into my head, I'm like, this doesn't make sense. But if you need to like in order to get crystallized reactions, you're gonna need to apply an element, and she does AOE electro. So I think that kind of works. Now, if you don't want Itto, so now, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like we did it. We found a pretty good team. We found a couple of options, although I do think there are ones that kind of like perfectly line up, especially with the new artifact set, but I digress. Let us get into Dog Boy Extraordinaire, which we kind of already did. Honestly, after looking at his skills, feeling a little bit better about him. I didn't know he healed, first of all. That's a little insane. He still heals through his ult, which is a little less good. So his ult is on, again, a pretty big negative thing. It costs 80 energy, whatever. Its cooldown is 20 seconds, and it's up for 9 seconds, which is pretty long downtime. 11 seconds? 11 seconds of just sitting there like, well, great. The good news is that his E is on a back-to-back cooldown. So there's that. Positives. Also, what was his passive talent say anything? Increases all party members' defense by 25% for 12 seconds after using his E. Okay. Gorou receives the following damage bonus on his attack based on his defense. Oh yeah, that was the thing that made me laugh. Is that like Gorou again? It just cements build Gorou defense, just as much defense as you possibly can. Again, I just want to see. He has his first constellation that makes me think it may be something. When a character other than Gorou himself, within the AOE of his E or his ult, created by Gorou himself, deal geo damage to opponents. The cooldown of Gorou's Inazuma all-rounded defense is decreased by 2. What is that? What is Inazuma all-rounded defense? What the fuck is that? Oh, that's his E. Okay, his E does what? His E is decreased by 2. All-rounded defense is decreased by 2 seconds. Yeah, but his E is on a 10 to 10 cooldown. What the fuck is that? Why do you want to cool down his ult ahead of time? It doesn't hit hard when you place down the flag, and you don't... What? Also, this can only occur 10 seconds. Why? What? I could see if it cooled down his like general thing. That would make some sense. You nonsense people. Again, I mean, I guess it's a little bit less. So it's like 7 seconds if you're able to do a lot of crystallizations and you have him at C2. You're able to shave off 3 seconds of his, or add 2 seconds to his alt. But that still leaves a pretty chunky amount of downtime, man. That's the thing that kills me. Why can't they, like, the more you invest in a talent, the more it takes less to cool down? Little unfortunate, but anywho. Seki says, ew, Noelle and Mona. Yeah, what did someone say about Noelle? Mona. Mona seems to work too because she can just amplify damage. So there's that. So let me catch up. Surprisingly, Geo's shield. So Bennett, Fluff says, attack percent would only help Itto on top of his focus on defense. Do you think it would help? You don't think it would like hinder because you're not really like times Xing the massive damage of his defense? It's still probably not a bad option, just to keep everybody else alive. Lone Sing, it says, need that healer part of his burst. Okay, the Fluff says, Diona buffs Elemental Mastery at C6. No, yeah, she does. I just don't know why you would want Elemental Mastery for them, especially like because Geo gives you a shield, but you're also building a stupid amount of defense, and apparently you can heal. So it's like, I don't think you're going to be taking that much damage because of the defense gain, you know? So I don't know how. I don't think you need a lot of healing, which is why I think it's awesome that Gorou just gives you a little bit. Oh, well, not a little bit, but like it in a burst, which will bring you back to full. I use Zhongli to break shields, so I don't see the problem with full Geo team. Alright, read that. Fluff says, I guess I don't have bad time with Nobilis, a Bloodstained Domain. Even with the blood buff to Geo damage, it doesn't do much against 3 shield mages. Okay. Yeah, I just remember back, maybe I'm looking at like wizards, like their nightmares, because I remember when like I didn't have the right elements to fight some of them sometimes, because I just didn't have that many characters leveled up back in the day, and I was farming the Noblest Obliged set, I think. Whichever one is like where you fight 3 wizards in that domain, and I just get my head kicked in. I was like, shit, it sucks not having the element, but maybe when you have an abundance of damage, it kind of just doesn't matter, maybe. Fluff says, EM for Crystallize is shield strength primarily. Yeah. See, so I don't know how much shield strength you would need given how much built-in defense you're already gaining, you know? I do think you could use a little healing on top, just a little bit, though. Alonso says, my dream team for Itto would be Ball, Noelle, I know she crazy pick, and Mona, I guess, for the last shot. Yeah, Mona is a weird pick because I feel like you'd be doing constant. I guess that makes sense though, because Mona doesn't she accumulates all of the damage that you deal and then she kind of delivers it or times X's it or something like that all at once. Also, Seki says, ew, Noelle and Mona. Women. Anything other than Sukra? Fluff says, Diona and Bennett also heal through their burst. I don't see that being a problem. Diona and Bennett? What do you mean? Yes, actually, Noelle and Mona, I'm slap. That team, if it's Itto, that is. Oh, I see. Would if you didn't have them on the team. What Garu's buffs would be. With how layered Garu's buffs would be, I figure his heal won't be as strong as some of others. But that's the thing, Phil. I don't think you need a strong heal. You know what I mean? Because you're building so much defense, and you're also like the elemental reaction that you're forced to take is, if you're using these characters properly, I think, is that. You know? Although it will be interesting because I think to play Gorou appropriately, you want to start with your alt. So I think that's pretty. I think that's why Ball is like a nice counter, because the only Geo damage that you're able to do is throw your bowl, and you want to get as many stacks as you possibly can whilst playing him. So I think you need to start your alt, chew through enemies with Itto, and then then you're profiting at the highest possible point. But if you don't activate his alt and then get into it, then I think you'll be at a loss a little bit. Because I don't know if Albedo's thing is planted or if Garu's alt is in the air. Like his little dog, and he's dealing like crystallizations and you're getting Geo damage whilst you're playing Itto, does that feed him as well as your other characters, or does that only feed him? Or the other characters? Do you feed your own set? I feel like it wouldn't keep track. I feel like it would just, like, I don't know. That's a layered question. Anyways, We're talking about Gorou. Fucking Ittos, and they're melding together, and it's just gonna be a hard thing to edit. Anyway, I might just fucking chuck this at the end and be like, enjoy if you want. It might be a nightmare. Because I'm planning on making like a breakdown of both of these characters. But I need you guys' help. Also, I like the back and forth as always. Lomzig says, I mean, it's time Noelle gets her time to shine with her brand. Oh yeah, I forgot about it. Noelle could also use the new artifact set big time. That's awesome. Fluff says, Grin, I was saying I still have issues against those mages. Oh, okay, see, I misread it. Granted, my team isn't heavy on elemental damage otherwise. Gotcha, so yeah. Abyssal is if you're maybe not at like super endgame or something like that, could still give you grief. I still think they give me grief, to be honest, a little bit in Spiral Abyss, at least when they have a tanky ass shield. Segi says, I haven't seen the healing gameplay, but I have a feeling it may be like Shincho, a little healing, but enough to keep them alive. And if you have a shield user like Zhongli, you don't need healing. Well, what it says, guys, is it says when your ult is activated and you have achieved impenetrable or crunch, which means you at least have 2 characters. So that means if you have Itto and Gorou, should be good to go. If you have Itto and Albedo, should be good to go. It will heal the active character. So it only heals your active character within its AoE. So within your AoE of your ult, it seems like. And it says it will heal you every 1.5 second for 50% of Garu's own defense. If you can build a lot of defense. I feel like 50% of your defense is a pretty good amount. And if it's not, it's happening every 1.5 second. That's bang, 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 bang. It's happening, that's too fast. That's happening pretty consistently, you know? That seemed big to me. But again, the negative to him is that yes, you're gonna be able to probably heal to full, but you're not going to be able to, it's going to be down for 7 seconds or something like that with its, if you have this far in the constellations anyway. And that's not even him at Constellation 6. Constellation 6 increases each thing, your alt and your E, by 10%, 20%, and then, like, so you get 20% more interruption resistance for impenetrable, and then its first one is 10% more defense, which is not that much, but crunch gets, you go from 15% geo damage bonus to an extra 40% geo bonus damage, which is a pretty big jump. That's a goblet. That's a whole fucking goblet. So that's huge. So, but that's C6, and I think it's air. Well, let me see. For 12 seconds after using all rounded, which is your E, Gorou will increase critical damage for all party member. Oh wait, no, never mind. It's not. No, it's not like that. But it's not. It's in fact it's better. It's quite better. Geo damage based on Garu's field. Okay, so no, you'll get 10% critical damage on top of its base effect of each subsequent, like 1 geo person in your team, 2 geo people in your team, 3 geo people in your team. But it goes up to 10% critical damage, 20% critical damage, and 40% critical damage. That's pretty huge. That's different. I think it's actually better because yeah, you don't really need more geo damage. You could use more critical damage when it finally does crit and then smash. Yeah, especially when that's being given to Albedo, that's being given to everybody else. You know, it's pretty huge. Let's see. Lonzigan says, no, Grin. Mona is a damage amplifier, but her damage she does herself also hits hard. Oh, okay. I'm just figured that Wolf Boss is going to be a pain for Geo. Yeah, probably. But that's always been the case. You don't ever fight the boss that you're trying to farm with the elements you're trying to get, if that makes any sense. Fluff says, I only tried the 5th trial for Labyrinth once. First fight was Corrosion Wolves, and I couldn't heal enough with Iona. Yeah. It's a problem. Elizabeth says, I mean, Fluff, if you have a nice healer to help, then maybe not that bad if he's not immune to Geo. Yeah, you could always outlive him or like grind him slowly. Also, you could just jump on and stream and we could grind it together. Now that we're streaming more. Sugara being just enough healing won't cut it against corrosive. Yeah, again, I don't know, guys. Again, it says 50% of whatever defense he has. Even if it's on a base, 1,000 health per tick every like 0.1 second with his alt active. That's not a lot. That's a lot of healing. That's a lot of healing. Also, Nub says the bot keeps breaking for some reason. It's okay, no, it's okay. Like if I wasn't so lazy, I would just post it before the stream. And I'm at the point where I'm like, you know what? That's whatever. I'm a broken man, all that. Sega says, I haven't used a healer in my team, and not even Shinsho, since Child joined my main team, and Corrosion does nothing to me. My team is Zhongli, Kazuha, Child, and Hu Tao. Yeah. When Hu Tao can heal, that's the thing, you don't really, because Corrosion doesn't kill you permanently, it gets you close to death. And if you always have a strong enough Zhongli shield, then you don't really, and especially if you have Kazuha that can amplify damage, a Child that applies a, yeah, I don't know, Child would be the one that I would be like, huh. I know it's probably just because you want him and you want to play him. Probably, I'm not saying he's not good, I'm just saying, to me, I like with Hu Tao, I think there'd be, like, Shinsho would be crushing, but I still think Child could work. You'd just be fighting with elements in a weird way. Although Kazuha does apply, no, Kazuha would work, yeah, because Kazuha applies a domain of an element, so yeah, you'd be fine. Nice team. Also, what's good, Carthage? I'm getting dinner, but I'm here. Happy to have you, buddy. We're talking about all things characters. I don't need, I didn't know what Corrosion was until a few hours ago when I heard about it during a live stream. I am a god. Okay. Jamal says it'll battle good. Should I wish? We'll see. I would say be careful, Jamal. Wait until people get to really run them through the paces, because I think they're gonna be usable. I just don't know how good they're gonna be. What do you call it? Carlos was in here a minute ago, and he was saying that he did the math, and you may be able to hit with Albedo his E with hitting 20k, which happens every 2 seconds, which is pretty good. So if that's true, with the new weapon and with the new stuff, hitting 20k, it's not that bad. It's pretty good. But I don't know. I think if you have C2, then yeah, absolutely. But if you have C1, I think it's still probably worth it, honestly. If you could still hit for that much, it's still probably worth. But again, wait until people see. I don't want to get you consumed by the hype. Just be careful and wait and see. Also, yeah, Alone Syndicate, I mentioned you specifically, in a way, in the video I made this morning, being like, I feel like there's a specific person who I know Ball is getting a hangout, and or Bido's getting a hangout, and I know somebody is going to be very happy. Plus, his Albedo is great, and he's getting a 4-star weapon in upcoming events along with a new artifact. So, yeah. There's a lot of characters, man. I should have mentioned in the video, I didn't. Again, Xinyan, Albedo, not necessarily, no, not in Wong, what's her name? Maid Lady is getting also a buff with this, especially with the new Claymore. And yeah, that's all that comes to mind right now. But yeah, there's a lot of characters getting their time to shine. Also, yeah, we'll talk about that when we're just about there. When we're just about to finish off Gorou's explanation business. Nub says, nah, I'm trying to see if anyone is fucking with the settings before I asked the devs for assistance. Oh, really? That's so nice. Holy shit. So I'm fixing permission for a set. Okay, gotcha. Jamal says, I only spent $20 a month on Genshin now after ball. Fair enough, Jamal. Again, be careful. That's probably what the baselines you should do. Spend a lot of that in the Welcome Moon and just get that thing constantly proccing. You should be good to go. I joke for being a main DPS. Albedo has become. I know. I was about to say, Fluff, you deal 20k with Albedo. That's pretty fucking good, dude. That's huge. I feel like Carlos may have like gotten the best possible artifact set ever, if that is true, man. I think it's also the weapon functions on like a cooldown, so you're gonna hit a very hard hit, and then it's gonna kind of recede back down to maybe like 10, 20k, or like a 7 or 12k or 13k, and then it'll spike really hard, and then it'll go back down, I think. Sucrose hangout when? It's bullshit. I feel like we probably will get that sooner rather than later, because she's, well, I don't know, because we're getting Albedo. Typically, you think that like with Albedo being the whole like teacher-student thing, that she'll be a part of it when he goes berserk, if that is what the story is. We see him like getting mad. Where is this wolf boss? It's in the Misty Island, although I don't know what... You probably want to do that Misty Island quest, though, if you haven't already. It might make things hard traversal-wise. Yeah, the new boss is going to be a requirement for Itto and Gorou both, yes. That's their ascension material, essentially. But ladies and gentlemen, did we cover everything about Gorou? Okay, no, we kind of talked about his skills, how fucking they seem to be really good, and the fact that he's kind of a healer, so he kind of does a lot in a weird way. But that's only if you have C4. I think it's C4. Yeah, C4. But what does Gorou get? Okay, it's artifact set. We know it's the defense one. Just crank a lot of defense. Awesome. Probably go defense for him. With maybe like defense critical rate or something, just to kind of get up your critical rate a little bit. But what do you guys think his best weapon is? Is there a bow that scales off of defense? And maybe that's a new bow that they'll add that scales up defense %. Am I misremembering a bow that scales up like similar to the White Blind that buffs up defense? Yeah, Jamal, the boss isn't out yet. If that's what you were asking. Lone Singer says, yeah, main DPS Albedo, love it, love to see it fluff. Now, the new wolf boss is going to be required for Itto. Wait, Gorou needs a wolf boss. I think so. I have him right here. Let's see. I was under the impression that both... No, they don't! God damn it! Shit! In the video, I said, yeah, Gorou needs him too. No, your Fluff's right. Fluff's on the money. You know, Gorou does not need wolf boss material. Gorou needs the... Why? How does that make... Why does he need to go... Why does he need to be like a mecha automaton people? At least you can start farming it now. Fuck. I'm still trying to build Sayu. Itto needs the yeah, he needs the new boss material. Why the hell wouldn't they just double down? Those fuckers spread you out. Yuck. Because now if you're making Gorou, good news is that Gorou you don't need a lot. You need 12, 8, 4, and 2. You don't need to bring him to 90 yet. Okay. Although he does scale off of geo damage. I think I would like it if it was defense more, but who cares? Anyway. Yes, it does not, there is no such bow that scales off of defense yet. So that might be a super huge power spike with Gorou as well. So then what do you think, just giving him like Venti's weapon, like that thing that increases your E and ults damage? I think that would be okay. Also that scales off energy recharge, which would probably be nice for him as well. Just to kind of make up for the thing. Or even a sack. Yeah, that'll also be a good, because if you're building defense, you're probably lacking a little bit of energy. So even just going Favonius would just be a good other support bow, you know? I would say just go with Favonius, or the other one if you want to have a little more damage. Although I don't know how hard his chibi hits for. I don't know how hard his little alt cat thing procs for. It says the skill damage. Well, that's the thing. If you level up his thing, his little chibi thing hits for 104% of his defense. So if you have a shit ton of defense, that may not be the worst. So that may actually hit hard. So you may actually want to scale up that damage if that will be how that procs. Maybe it'll scale off of attack % or something. Still think it'd just be better to go for Favonius, just because you're going to be able to regenerate tons of particles. As long as you have a decent amount of crit damage with him too. But also, again, this thing hits 0.1 second. This crystallization collapse hits for like every half second. So you're going to be able to constantly deal geo damage and just rattle off the chance to get a critical hit and then you give yourself a particle back. So I think that'll be probably the best pick for him in terms of weapons. As far as Gorou's team, I don't see the point in building Geo +3 unless you have a Geo main DPS like Ninhuang. So I think Gorou is going to be fucking great for Ninhuang. I think he's going to be great for Itto. Potentially with what's her name? Noelle. If you're one of those weirdos who built Noelle like high hell, and you made her slap with the new artifact set, she should just slap that much harder, especially with the new Claymore. She could hit even harder than that. So you could get your maid waifu hitting really, really hard with the assist of course, Gorou. Although you probably would have a little bit too much healing given you have C4, but just more healing to go around, not the problem. Albedo, again, would massively benefit from him. Just anyone Geo would be huge. But then again, let me see. You would at least need 2 Geo people on the field in order for you to be getting healing. out of Gorou. So you would need like Gorou and Albedo, which wouldn't, I don't think, be a bad combination at all. You could use Gorou and Zhongli, whatever. You would just need 2 people to get the absurd or additive healing. I think it's better than what's his name, Shincho. Just because Shincho is not really built to heal, and the fact that you're constantly healing with many ticks is awesome, but it is your active character healing, so just take that into consideration as well. But yeah, also you will need to be in his ult to actually benefit from the healing. And then you're just going to be getting a ton of critical damage if you have 3 Geo people on the field, which is insane. I didn't even think about that. Wait, what? Is that capped to your active character? No, all party members gain Geo-based crit damage. Wait, he was saying Gorou will increase critical damage of all party members' Geo damage based on the level of Garou's. Okay, so it's Geo damage. I was about to say, can this guy just buff 40% critical damage on everybody who is not Geo? Although even still, you're going to be getting a shit ton of Geo damage with all your other characters that you're going to be building him with. Albedo, him, Nin Wong, if you have her built. But nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, Gorou seems fantastic. Again, he seems, I was kind of not sure, but now that I look at his constellations, they kind of like hyper value him, where like he not only gives you the ability to be harder to kill by giving you a ton of defense, he gives you the ability to be kind of like unstoppable with the interruption resistance. He also gives you the ability just to add Geo damage and give you shields constantly, which can be a good thing or a bad thing. But you'll have a lot more sustain that way, as well as he heals you. And he amplifies specifically Geo people, but if you don't have Geo people, he'll specifically do all of the previous other prerequisite things, which I don't think people realize how much like shields you're going to be producing, especially if you have a ball that's kind of just hyper casting as well on top of that, constantly keeping your ball's 0.1 second cooldown. It's going to be following behind that 1.5 seconds behind. It's only 5 seconds behind it, and constantly detonating and making electro shields all around you. Which could be huge, as well as ball is going to be upping your burst damage, which will make your crystals hit even harder. And your crystals seemingly can hit pretty damn hard. Again, 100% of whatever your base defense is, and you're going to be building a shit ton of defense. And if they ever add a bow that scales up your defense even more, then that's going to be even wilder, you know? So Gorou, simply put, I can see having massive potential. Yeah, awesome. Honestly, both of these characters, I like the idea of what they do. They do stuff that's different. Both of them look weird. I feel like they're not getting enough credit, frankly, for how weird they are. Like the fact that we finally have like a berserker charging kind of character who feeds off of stacks and then can just expend them, kind of like Nin Wong in a way, or Yanfei, except a melee claymore action. Also, he has a cute little mascot that he just chucks. He also can summon forth he's like Itto is literally everything I kind of want in a character. He's like a berserker, but he also has an ult that's like a power-up ult where he pops off and starts like illuminating power off of him. He also has a cool like fucking dragon seal on his back, or like a demon seal on his back, which increases with each stack, which is sick. He also is a character like similar to Hu Tao, which builds into 2 valuable elements that kind of feed into itself, except instead of HP, it's defense, which makes you harder to kill and makes you hit even harder. You know what I mean? And I just like the idea that you're building stacks and then just expending them in this flurry of just like carnage. And then Itto surprisingly can heal you, which honestly, the thing that took me back for Itto is the fact that the thing that took me back from Gorou is that he heals you. And that he asked a lot of you. He asked you to build at least 2 people on the field in order to get a couple of interesting buffs, albeit interruption resistance. But with all of those things in combination, actually pretty good. And again, it's that crystallization that scales off of 100% of his defense percent could be pretty good, depending on how much defense you can actually build this character. And if I'm not mistaken, my Albedo, I think at one point had 2,000 or almost 2,000 defense. So you can build a lot of defense to have those little that thing popping constantly, generating particles for you, or shields, sorry, for you, which should be good. But alas, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm into it. I'm pretty into it. Again, very excited for Itto. We'll see. We'll see if, again, there's always the possibility that both of these characters, because we mentioned the fact that they triple dip into certain things, at least ID-wise, they can triple dip into certain aspects of damage, that they may be nerfed on a base. But with the stuff that I've been hearing about the beta, I will be surprisingly optimistic about what's to come, even though I've been so burned before. But anyways, also the boss looks interesting. Looks like you're gonna have to like charge up the dog's skull faces, and that will send and like end his phase. Interesting. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we still got time, baby. We may jump into Genshin in a hot minute, but I want to talk to you guys about one more thing, and that is this new artifact set, guys, right here. What do you think this artifact set will be good on? Where the fuck is it? I'm blind. I've never seen anything in my life. There it is. What do you think this artifact set's gonna be good for? I don't know. Could be their release more 4-star weapons alongside Itto's sword. Maybe that'd be cool. Elegy of the End would work for Gorou, the Favonius and Sacrificial Sword. Yeah, those are the ones that I think was coming to mind for a little bit. Oh, also, I didn't even think about Elegy of the End, or like or not the new bow that scales off of your energy recharge. It's considering Gorou actually has 70 or something energy or cost. I think was it 70? I already closed a tab, so I can't check. But he has a good amount of. Even if he has 60, that's a lot of energy required to cast your ult and all these things. Also, I never even thought about that. So we got, oh no, I'll bet it doesn't cost that much energy. Yeah. I was about to say, Ball feeds off the fact that if you have a costlier energy cost, weird sentence, but you could profit off of that. So I was like, huh, that actually would be pretty dope if you had that. Both these characters may facilitate even more amplifying Ball. Yeah, I know Fluffy could mechanically epistatic become busy. Cube says could be they'll release more 4-stars alongside his weapon. Very early leaks of Gorou had a Geo weapon series as a bow. Ooh. The excitement for Itto reminds me of something that worries me. Don't! Shut up, Fluff! How dare you! How dare you pull me back into the nightmare that was Yoimiya? I said the same thing, didn't I? I said this is everything I could want in a character. Fucking destroyed. Love, happiness, just brutalized. Gah. It's true. I hope it doesn't happen again. Please. Not like this. Lone Singlet says, I still wonder how the bow for Geo Archer would set. Weapon set, I mean. Fluff says, rather a grin excitement for Itto does. Yes. Since Gorou was demoted to a 4-star, I figured the bow is going to come later. Yeah, I can see that. As like a nice little additive thing. Because they've been releasing a lot of like, again, I feel like they tend to spread themselves a little thin enough to where people are accepting but not content, which is not good, I don't think. Lone Singlet says, yeah, Fluff, it reminds me of the crystal bow from bow user. Gorou should need a 5-star to shine. Fluff says Gorou shouldn't need a 5-star to shine. No, I don't think so. Again, I think the fact that he heals you, provides shielding and interruption resistance, and like shares defense, that's all a lot. That's quite a bit. We'll see if it's like, if his shielding is better or just high enough volume to where he can kind of beat people like Diona, which you'd like to think that he could. The only thing that sucks about shields, and I think they should probably rework this aspect of it, but if you already have like a maxed out shield and you pick up a crystal, you just get you waste that crystal essentially, you know? It'd be cool if they added the defense on top or something, like there was some sort of intrinsic additive thing to shielding, but I don't think there is. So yeah, we'll see how that works necessarily, but it should be good. It should be hard to kill essentially with Gorou, as long as you have at least 2 Geo people on your team. Although we do need more Geo 4-stars. Yeah. Fluff says, oh yeah, his hype for Amber, right? What? What? Yeah. Yeah, totally. His hype for Amber from Innocent. The description from the new healing artifact set. A move. Yeah, I was about to say. That's one of the things when I first seen the description. I was like, Jesus, this is a lot. This is like so much words to describe what it does. But I wonder because basically it's saying like, if you can deal a lot of healing for 3 seconds, and it counts for overhealing, so you don't need to like have a character that's weak, low in health to gain the healing, a damage bonus. Where the fuck is the thing again? Is it here? I think it's at the end of this. God damn it, Eula. Always in this goddamn shit of it. There it is. God, there it is. Stop it. Stop it. There it is. Okay. Yeah. Basically, you got 3 seconds to deal a shit ton of healing, and based on that healing, how do you activate this sea foam? Set character in the party, the sea foam. Okay, so when you just heal a character in the party, I wonder what's the range on that to like detonate? Because so when you heal an enemy in the party, you'll activate sea foam will appear for 3 seconds. Is that like just like schmutz on the ground? I guess will appear on the ground, and then you'll start trying to do as much healing as you possibly can, and a percentage of that healing, even if it's over healing, people who are full health, it will still count as damage. Or buffing this thing's damage, and apparently it happens in an AoE. Yeah. Dealing damage to nearby opponents for 90% of what the accumulated healing done. But I wonder, Bennett can heal for a lot, but Bennett heals like, so how much healing can you get in 3 seconds with Bennett? It's like bop, bop, bop. Still don't think it'll beat Noblest Oblige, just beneficial utility, but still, could be a little something, something. I just don't know who else you could use this on besides Barbara, and like Diona doesn't really heal. Like you want someone who can heal fast and a lot, you know? So I don't know. Be curious to see. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for talking to me. We're not done yet. Don't mean to make it sound like we're winding down. I'm just gonna jump into Genshin and get done some of my stuff that I need to get done. Like I need to burn. I didn't play last night, and I had a bunch of shit that I need to get done. Woof. And I didn't. So I woke up today, had 160 resin, broke my heart. Quickly jumped in, bang, finished it real quick. What is this swoopy thing happening to my hair? What is that? I hate it. Fluff says, I don't know why, but Gorou's voice reminds me of one of Sonic's VAs over the years. Weird. Very weird. But a defense bow would be great. Yeah, it'd be cool too. Grin and Pyro 5 stars have a bad history. Yeah! Who is the other Pyro 5-star that I like? Oh, is it Hu Tao? Is it also we tried and didn't come out of there with Hu Tao? Maybe fire people are just like eat me. I've never seen Yenfei ever in my life. Okay, I just am a compulsive liar. We've seen her. Oh, you've seen videos of me seeing this woman. But point being is yeah, I'm just kind of like not lucky when it comes to the fire people. Dude, Fluff, Geo people love me, okay? Geo people have always loved me. Albedo came home in the first like 30 pulls. Zhongli came home in the first 30 pulls, I think, as well. Got him on. I didn't have to go to pity. I'm forcing fucking Itto to come home immediately when I see him. So yeah. And dude, after seeing Itto and thinking about him more, there was a time when I was like, shit, man, should I just go for Hu Tao? I know she's gonna be good. But then it kind of like dawns on me that I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't play for being good. I play for things that I think are fun and cool. I'm building Sayu, and that's my main drive right now. It's building Sayu. And I'm loving it. She's a blast. I feel like, again, I'm trying to make that video that's like, hey, fuckers. Hey, coming after Lily Pichu. You sons of bitches, okay? She's great. The same goes for Husky. Okay, I want to ask you this. What is the thing that Gorou has? Why am I dog barking? What's happening? I think there's a deer in my yard, probably. I'm debating whether I should go check. It's not like I'll be able to do much. Anyways, we'll wait till things get a little grimace. If something is bad happening. Also, we're here. We're in game, by the way. Hi. Yeah, well, sorry, I want to ask, what is Garou's, like, thing called? The dog. It's like a is that right? I thought it was like a corgi, but I thought it's called like it's called like an S something. I don't know. I'm late to the stream, Bento. You missed us talking about Itto for such a long time. It was a beautiful moment. We were talking, all of the community were coming together, sharing ideas, thoughts, premises, why things might be the way they are. We gave Gorou some much needed love and found out that he was actually really good in the midst of it. And yeah, I'm super hyped now. And again, we're gonna fucking snipe, immediately. The thing that sucks though is like I want Gorou, so I'm like, oh fuck, should I like try to build pity? And if I happen to get another Itto, then fucking cool. And the build pity for my next, whomever they release next, which ideally probably would be Gorou and something else. In the banner after this one, of course. But yes. Because I don't want to Albedo, and that'll be plenty of time to regenerate as well. So I could probably get a little bit lower than I'm used to. But anyways, we're trying to get shit done. Let's do this. Let's do this and just go do these dailies. How you guys liking the new event? I felt like it was really fun, and then it was over. And that was like, that all happened in the span of 10 minutes. Loneskin says, Grin, I will summarize this in one sentence. You heal in any way you do what I think is AoE healing, and Grin, Kokomi can heal. Oh no, I know. I totally understand why you're saying Kokomi is it with this now. I think now Kokomi, I don't know if she's a desirable character to play necessarily, but now I think if you have her and you wanted a DPS variant, you could use her. Because I felt like, I'm sure you'll counter this to some extent. But I feel like she didn't have a place within the meta. I feel like, or not in the meta, I feel like she didn't have a place in the game yet. Kokomi could work, but like you had to force every possible thing to make it happen. Whereas now, if this thing scales properly, it'll at least make it feel like, okay, this was an intention, that she has a place, like she was considered to be thought of and valued. Also, let me know if the game is a little too loud. This. Everything's dead in the, yeah. Boom. Come on, there's more enemies, always come. Come. Attack. Go. What happened? Why did you not lock on? What was that about? What's your problem? Bento says, I'm late to the stream. Bento is, yeah, I read that. We talked about Bento. If you want to go watch the past broadcasts of this and just hang out with us in the spirit, then I would love to see you then. But I'm also happy to see you. I want Eula, but I think I'll be able to save, you don't think I'll be able to save enough Primo Gems? I know, I didn't really think about that. It kind of fucks with the pacing if you really were like, I want to go for Eula specifically. And then they're like, hey, guess what, bitch, now it's happening. And you're like, what? I don't have enough time. Which is probably how they're going to get you. If you think about all the new changes, it does seem like it's a monetarily smart choice to do what they're doing, especially with the banners. It's a Shiba? Is that what it's called? A Shiba. Okay, a Shiba. Shiba. I think I thought it was like a Shin something, but it's a Shiba. Got it. Oh, I hate the dragon spine one. They always want you to give you like meat or something. I'm eventually gonna run out of it. Left says, Uni dog. Akita Uni are two local dog breeds from Japan. Oh, okay, good. So I'm thinking of that one. Okay, but it is a Shiba. What did I say? Corgi? I don't know what the fuck any of these things are. I just know they're the kind of dogs I think, huh. All right. Sparks says, I'm back. How's it going? It's going good, Sparks. Where did you run off to? Why did you leave us? I'm a very needy person. Although I am happy to have you here, buddy. Fluff says, Shiba is also a breed of dog. Oh, okay. Fluff says, Inazuma update, in a nutshell, craftable weapon come before characters that use them best. Characters released before artifact sets that hold their true power. Yes. It is. It's kind of like an early investment bit of business. I'm so happy that this is a thing, that you've seen me and you were like, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck your whole life. I'm also equally as happy that you don't get affected by all the things. I should have used this before I activated all my shit. This. Look at Sayu. Look at Sayu doing all the things. Amazing. Best character in the game. I don't even have her built, to be honest, but she's kind of doing, she's healing. She's doing something, you know, it's a lot with something. We can also spin to win and like kind of just hang out. This. Something. In other words, first impressions be damned. It's true, it's true. But also, I don't feel, again, like I think if the again, you should look at characters' potential. And it's not that Kokomi didn't have potential, it's just that, like, I don't know, like when I played her in the test run, her casting spells didn't feel like what I wanted. Like a better way if I could describe it is like when I play Yenfei, I'm like, oh yeah, that's it. That feels good to me, where I'm like bang, bang, and then charge stamp, and you just feel like you're like every single time you hit, you know what I mean? And it's not that Kokomi can't feel that way, it's just that when I played her, I didn't feel that. So I feel like if you base your choice on a character based on the potential, I think you'll be pretty satisfied. Bento says, what's better, a crit ratio for Hu Tao 67 or 47 25? I think you want higher crit rate because she doesn't, well, she does attack very quick. You can charge, depends. You have Seer 1? I don't know. There's people in the chat that are far more knowledgeable about your girl, frankly. But yeah, I think you might want crit rate more. Personally, but I don't know, I could be wrong in that. The only reason why I would say more crit rate is because she attacks not as fast, so she charge attacks a little slower, so you want that charge attack to guarantee hit, and it already hits really hard. But I think it just depends on what you want. Do you want to see big numbers and melt things in kind of a quick succession, but then sometimes not? Fuck, I hate this. I hate this so much. They're like, hey idiot, you need to fucking equip a stupid character. I'm like, great. The best. It's not that big of a deal, how dare you? Okay, let's switch to any character real quick, just for this one thing. So fun, just the best. Alright, Bennett, come on, do your job, thank you. Give them the meat, the ham. Why ham? Does ham like freeze? You can freeze it forever and it won't like get spoiled? I don't know. Lone Syndicate says, I mean, it all depends on how you ask at the end, or who you ask at the end of the day. For a person who likes healers, Kokomi is great. If healers aren't your thing, then also Electro Charge hit for good damage, so you can get the passive 3 items 3 times in her burst, so it's like 9k in 0 seconds. Yeah, again, that's probably fair, Lone Syndicate, where you're like, yeah, it depends on what you want, you know, it depends on what you value, you know. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, more crit rate. That's where I was going to. Higher crit rate, most consistent crit, which makes more sustainable damage overall. Yeah. But I will say, I understand the temptation. I understand the temptation of just not wanting to go bang. Although at the same time, I feel like you got a lot of crit. Like 57 or 67 crit is a good bit. It's a good bit. I gotta try to scale it down if possible to 50, but I realize artifacts can be a nightmare, and it's usually the difference between a weapon and what else? Your final artifact crown. But anyways, my guy, I've done your bullshit job. I wonder if I should start farming for the guy yet. No, I'll wait until the last minute, because I don't know how many Gars I'm gonna get. I feel like if you had C4, you would have to build him, because it's the value is too good at that point. But if you had C2, debatable. Also, did I kill the wolf this week? I did. Also, where's the next mission? This one. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Do. Lone Syndicate says, but like I was saying, I have almost every healer and shielder user leveled, and use all of them for a good bit. I can't get with my playstyle, and I have pros and cons, both types of characters. That's wild. Yeah, golly, Lone Syndicate, do you do like resin refills? Because like I think I asked you this one time, you said no, and I was like, what? How do you have every character leveled? I mean, I'm a hoarder, but I still don't have that many experience books. Maybe you level them up to like 70, like the sufficient rate. I don't know. Seems like a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, what you drinking tonight, huh? A lot of y'all always respond with pop, and a part of me thinks, come on, guys, please. Please try to live. Please. But at the same time, you're like, Grin, I am living my best life. And I'm like, all right, calm down. Calm down. I want to go back to Sayu, even though we're fighting an anima boss and we'll do less damage overall. But I want to play with a new character, all right? I never got fucking Hu Tao, all right? So I've been living my best life, okay, as well with Sayu, okay? This. Yeah, look at that, 62K, baby. Don't even have Bennett. Bang! Hell yeah. Itto and Gorou gonna take care of you. This. Oh, also, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot we gotta pull some. No, I went up. Also, oh shit, I forgot entirely. No, stop it. Actually, yeah, I know. This. What am I doing with this? What is it? Ooh, it's 3 days until it recovers. Ah, shit, I better try to do this tonight. I would do it on stream with you, but last time we did it, I felt like I couldn't talk to you guys, and I felt like I was like a mile away from you. I like the communication part of the stream is my favorite part of it, so I'm gonna do that on my time. But what I was trying to say was that I need to do that to get the primo gems. Secondly, here's your 3 wishes per stream. Yenfei, nothing. I don't even know what I want, dude. You know what I want? I'm not sure if it's in the loot pool yet. I would imagine it's not. I want the new weapons, the new like bow, or spear. The new spear is amazing, by the way. Oh, we got something. What did we get? It's the, oh my god, guys. I have gotten so many of these. It's insane. I've gotten, I think I'm R14 of this weapon. It's pain. It's just pain. Anyways, I don't know if we beat pity or anything. One more, you fucking, it's nothing. We're just gonna skip this one because it's nothing. There's, okay. We've done it. Killing it. Every time I do that, it's mostly for me, just because I'm like, this is the best I got, and you guys are still here, which just is a testament to your character. Did I get? No, I didn't. This is the last one. Is there a teleport zone here? A little bit. Spark says, I'm drinking a bubbly sparkle water. Ooh, that's fancy as hell. Does it taste delicious? I feel like sparkle water tastes like static sometimes, but to each their own and all that. This. We do this. Sayu, go! Ninjutsu that. Everything died because it's just mostly Venti. Guys, here's my hot take. Everybody says put Viridescent Veneer on Venti, but Venti doesn't. You don't. Venti kills things so fast that it's pointless to put a Viridescent Veneer because he's not going to weaken anything, and his E doesn't come back fast enough to facilitate that. So you're better off putting him on Emblem of Severed Fate to get the most value because he's just going to kill anything with his ult anyway. And bam, and bam. Anyways, just a side thing. Oh shit. Okay, no, we're good. Do I want to fight you? We can make time. We can make some time. We'll do one of these. We'll do one of these. We'll do this. Get some particles. And now we're good to go. He's gonna run at me. It's gonna be a little bit bad. We're gonna do this. This again. This. Bah, and go. God damn you. Come on, Sayu, heal my ass. Please, thank you so much. Go. How much is Sayu hitting for? I couldn't see because their thing went away. Unfortunate. Anyways, get all this. I don't want to break that thing. I don't care enough. Lone Singlet says, my only exception are Noelle, Toma, and Bennett. Not leveling up Bennett, and no resin refills besides the first one and Eogrin. Level 70, no, minimum level 80, and I guess plan my resin uses. Weird. Yeah, I don't know how that's possible because I've never let my resin burn out like more than like maybe 5 times in the entire time that I played. And maybe you just got better luck for artifacts. You got pretty good artifacts too. Weird. Anyways, boom. Let's do this. We're gonna do this. Hopefully that will get a fire dot. It did not. We'll just quickly do this. Let's give it some element because that's what it needs to do damage. We'll also do this. We'll also do this. And we'll do this. And that's about to come back, so we'll give it some time. We'll do this. We'll do more Bennett things. Not Bennett things, we'll do more of this. This. Boom! It's done, and that's a little bit of a waste. We didn't get to regenerate peak particles. Also, I asked you guys a fucking question, and I didn't read the replies. I apologize. I only have 2 characters built, but I bet those characters are peak bento. Also, Jamal says, can you drink air? I think so. Have you ever done Wim Hof's breathing technique? Feels like it, frankly. Another thing it says, my only, except for those, you're drinking Lipton iced tea, peach and herbal ice tea, strawberry and mint. Shit. Seems like a lot. Seems like just a slaughter of tastes in the mouth. It says, efficiency also doesn't, don't forget 6 pull tonight, you forget last time. Did I, or did we not? Is it just like, hey, you didn't remind me? Okay, I'll do your 6 pulls, but from now on, if nobody reminds me at the end of the stream, we're not pulling them, okay? It needs to be a community effort of payment and suffering, okay? Fluff says, I can catch foxes and put them in my teapot. I know, that's, well, some foxes. I guess it's okay, but guess what? Load order. There's not enough load order for you to even have fun with your foxes, Fluff. It's the best game in the world. Okay. It's frustrating. Anyways, again, you're on PC and they're like, no, you still don't get to have it, you piece of shit. And I'm like, oh. Dragonbane, I need one really bento. I have 14, dude. 14. Also, here are your wishes. Fucking bullshit. The boom. Man, I need to be more careful. If I fucking waste my pity on Hu Tao Banner, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. I'm always got like that thing in my head where I'm like, what if I misclick and I just somehow jump 2 tabs over? Boom. Fluff says the new gadget is essentially the net from Monster Hunter World. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I wish on the weapon banner ? You did, Jamal? Did you get the staff of Homa? No Homa. Ugh. Did you get the bow leads or just nothing? If living things don't take up so much data for a teapot. Yeah, exactly. It's Fluff just circle back around about the negative of the event. Nub says, by the way, did you see my Into the Pit run? Oh, I didn't know. What was it? I played like a coward with full healing. yeah, Fluff. Oh, not Fluff. Nub. Sorry. Don't fucking come after me. You always fucking be like, oh, he did it again. I see you guys constantly near the same color of text. That is not what I see. I do not see cool, awesome gold. I see blue. Anyways. What do you call it? Nub. That's the biggest game changer ever. Just getting those 2 abilities makes things insane in Into the Pits. I finally understand why they have like the blood room where you can like sacrifice blood to get something. It's because that shit, like healing 5 or 3% healing with every rune you break is huge. And then also collecting motes gives you 1 health. You collect like 10 motes each room. Yeah, that's huge. And also, I made it all the way to the 5th floor without taking like any damage, basically. So you can get by, you know. But anyways, maybe with later levels, it becomes incredibly hard to do that. But then you can just level that shit up, you know. Anyways, but yes, I think we have 1 more to do. Boom. It's nothing. We did not get pity because pity is 10, and we've wished 6. Well, not really. We wished 4 really because we didn't get pity on that 1. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta go burn this damned resin, and we're gonna be trying again to get our. I get it, Fluff. I'm with you. I'm 100% locked in with Gorou now. I'm like, fuck. Okay, but this also hinders me, Fluff. I should have just not wished on Hu Tao's banner at all, because now I'm gonna. Well, what happens if I snipe Itto, go to get the weapon banner, abysmally fail, potentially build pity or whatever? Well, actually, no, I guarantee get 1 of the shitty weapons. Hopefully the best weapon. We're gonna get the fucking best weapon. Just positive thinking. But anyways, do I go back then to the thing? Because I still do think I need to spend a pretty good amount of Primo Gems in the weapon banner to just get the proc 90, unless I get lucky. But then do I go back to Itto's and start plucking, essentially? The good news is that like the banner that we just had, I already have C6 of those characters, so I don't. But yeah, we are getting to the point where we're getting a lot of C6 units. So it's kind of it's making banners more sketchy, which is cool that we're getting more power, but a little more sketchy. Veritas and Veneer said, let's do this. Nub says, by the way, did you use my run? I'm playing like a coward with a full HP run. I already leveled them up. You already leveled them up? Yeah, I know. You've been binging that game, Nub. I'd love to hear. Maybe you can give me some tips so I can make it and condense it into videos. It says, out of my character roster, I have 27 out of 35. I have leveled up 14, and I'm level 90. And the rest 80, and only 3 of the built characters are friendship level 10. Okay, it seems reasonable. Okay. Fluff says, I can fill my home interior with them if it allows them to be. Yeah, but that's not really efficient. You're not gonna be able to get the max amount of things unless you get the Inazuma like place, and then you can like have them. Dude, I can't wait to get the Inazuma place because then I'll finally be able to actually decorate and like have a good time up with it. Because right now I can't. it's shitty. You can't decorate because I like in order to achieve peak tubby coins, I need to have the certain things checked, like the certain amount of crap placed in one of my realms. So if I can get a brand new realm that I can just design sets like the ones we intro videos with, that'd be nice.
Brace yourselves.
Oh no, it's not a lot of energy. What the fuck happened to my energy? Why did you not collect any of it? Here we go. We're gonna do one of these. Then we're gonna do this. Stop it! Please heal Sayu. We'll just let these two do the murdering today. Sayu, kill the other one. Can you kill him? Good job, Sayu. A little tubby thing, little teddy bear. We got full health. Jamal says, I drunk some secondhand smoke, cough, cough. Yeah, I got the bow, but how do I use it on? It's good on a lot of people. It's one of those weapons that's like, I think S. I think it's S tier. It's kind of like S support tier, you know what I mean? It's not like gonna give you crazy absurd damage, but it is gonna help your overall team in a big way. So I think you can just slap it on whoever you want, honestly. Any bow character. Venti works hugely if you have Venti. I think even Fischl could probably make use of it. I think, I don't really know who... Diona could? Yeah, I don't really know who would really shit the bed with it. Yeah. Nub says, so I heal 2 per mote, and 8 per crystal. Ooh, really? 2 per mote? Is that like maxed out upgrades, Nub, or is no? Does it take a lot of time to like slowly juice them up? Fluff says, I was all in for Gorou before we knew anything about him. And it wasn't because he was a dog boy, but that was a plot. I was about to say, first Geo Archer. I remember us having conversations about it when Cleese Island was popping off. But at the same time, I hope you understand why I jumped ship when my, like, a fucking Oni demon dude who stacks damage and just wails on shit. I love it. Fluff says, screw efficiency, foxes or bust. Feels about right. Bento says, I haven't looked at Itto's kits. How strong do you think he will be? Bento, the consensus that we came to is 2 things. The reason why he might be really, really strong is because he potentially could like triple dip into 4 types of damage. So his base talent takes a percentage of his defense and converts it to his attack. Awesome. You also have an alt that scales up his damage and also scales his defense more into his attack, essentially. You also get attack speed. You also have a multiplier on his final combo hit string that hits really, really hard. Pretty good. You also have a sword. His iconic sword also double dips into defense, which is huge. You have 3 dipping of defense, which is huge. But then also, you have a character called Gorou who's going to buff up the ever-living hell out of your defense with a back-to-back E, where you can activate it all the time, basically. It says it's 10 cooldown, 10 uptime, so it's perfectly activatable all the time. The thing is like, all of this could mean he is a fucking god. He's just killing shit. It stacks so much into the same useful stat of making him hard to kill and hit hard. Or, because of all of those things feeding into his damage sources, similar to Yoimiya, they nerf him on a base so that you need all of that stuff in order for him to even be like kind of optionable. Like, you need his 5-star, you need his artifacts, you need at least Constellation 6 or something like that. I don't think that's the way it works, because there's a site where a lot of it's like the Genshin tracker kind of, it's just like a noteworthy site that the community uses a lot, and it tracks beta people's perception of characters, and for whatever reason they have listed him at SS tier, which is the highest possible tier of character. But that could just be them being presumptuous, or that could be maybe in the beta you have access to like Constellation 6, max weapon refinement, whatever, we don't know. So we'll see. Again, regardless, I think he's a fun character that I would like to use, and I just hope he is usable also. But we'll see. That's a consensus for Itto, is we'll have to wait and see if you need all of the things to make him even usable, or if you have all of the things, then you can like split the world in half. Hopefully, it's the last one. Fluff says, screw efficiency. Carthage says, dirty joke incoming. If Hadada with 3 is a threesome, and Hadada with 4 people is called a foursome, I guess it makes sense why people always call me handsome. I wasn't sure if it was a Hadada word, and my brain melted. Great. Great. So I get it, but a part of me also thinks is it like multiple hands? I know it's just like you're jerking out, but like, I have questions, basically. I have questions. I feel like you set me up for multiple people, you know what I mean? And I don't know. It throws me off. I have questions more than I am goofed. Okay. This. This. Nothing's gonna be lived. Boom. Oh yay, one lived, so we can just generate some good old energy for our next run. You love to see it. Love to see it. Ba, 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 ba. Nub says no. No. Lone Singed says, my dream is to have a full healer team and a full shield team. My all healer team will be Jean, Kokomi, Sayu, Chi-Chi. For my full shield team is Baido, Zhongli, and Noelle and Toma. I always ask you this, and if Nani was here, I'd ask him this too. Why? What happened in your life to make the dream for have a full team of healers a dream? What event shaped you to be this way? Because that to me, I respect the dream, Lone Syndicate, you know that, but I'm also lost on the why. Though is it just because it's like a power move? Is it to be like, hey bitch, look at this. If I can make this work, what? You don't even know what I'm capable of. Is that what it is? Carthage says, I love how careful you were being about. I know, of course I gotta be. Of course I gotta be. You've conditioned me to be this way, Carthage. I don't know if I'm dealing with a pun that will hurt me internally, or just other horrible things, frankly.
Now you shall perish.
Fluff says, and they already killed off one of the busty foxes, so I can't have both. Who? Oh, right, yeah, she got like Thanos clipped by time, right? Or Thanos snapped by time, right? In the cinematic trailer for Ball, where she's like sitting with a bunch of weird fucking Japanese like mythological creatures, etc. but she might come back. Although I don't know. I still, you know what's funny? If you think about Itto, it reminds me of that like Zheng, that do you remember Xiao's trailer? How there was like that purple demon-looking Oni guy who had like 4 arms. Yeah, it reminds me of kind of like that general design. Cause I remember he had like a trench coat on, I think, and then he had like a bunch of hands. Man, that'd be, hopefully that's where because that's a thing that exists in the world. You know what I mean? Like hopefully we eventually get like models like that. But I think MiHoYo is operating under the if it keeps providing us money, then why would we change until it fucks up, until we have like competitors that make us have to change, you know? Which I respect the business aspect of things, just not the execution of the nightmarish ability of all of it, you know? Just, yeah. Good old particle generation from Sayu, you love to see it. What's good, James? James says, should I upgrade sword or katana? Sword people love a lot, but James, I always preferred the katana because it has more abilities. It's also funner, so you have more options basically. So you can use like a lunge, you can find out the timing of that. You can also just use the bread and butter of the quick left to right slash with the LT. That works pretty good. So I would go with katana personally. Yeah. Also the katana, it's easier to invest up in, I think. Because you can get, just by using mushrooms, Barbarian, which will give you double-handed damage by 20% up. So yeah, I would go with that one. And it doesn't need a requirement. Like the other one, it's like Duelist, and it requires you to have a lot of other things. Like you need to have the same copy of the weapon in both hands, which is a little unfortunate, but yeah. Also, I don't think it gives you as much damage as the other, so that's what I would choose personally. I'm just gonna try to stack the deck in your favor, you know. Bento says, I forgot Bido has a shield. Is she any good with Hu Tao? I think so. Yeah, if you have her built for well, I think that Lone Sing has told us about weird builds where you can kind of Bento, you can kind of build her in a way that weirdly facilitates that, like where you just build her with a ton of HP and like a little bit of energy recharge, which he's kind of there to be an applier of Electro at that point. I think you kind of do. Well, I guess you could always just get lucky with substats. You could always just get lucky with, but I don't know if it'd be better than just building her to just deal damage, you know? Because I think her shield would kind of be good enough. Also, I think with how much you move with Hu Tao, I don't know if you need that much shielding, depending on how much, if you have Constellation C2, you know? James says, oh, I'm a noob. I see noon. I see I'm a noob. It's all good, James. I'm just happy you're popping in, buddy. Thanks for giving me the time of day. We're playing Genshin right now, but if you need any more help, I'll do my best to answer. Although we did make a lot of videos covering some stuff, but never weapons, so maybe that's something that, well, I don't want to say it because I'm not sure if I'm going to be interested to it. But yeah, maybe, who knows? We don't know what the future holds. But yes.
Would a gliding be faster? Come on now. Gotta dash. Let me weave you a burst. Shine down.
Go, Sayu! Kick! Hit! There we go. You've been a long time Let It Die fan, James? Yeah, I'm also a big fan of it. I just kind of played it to death, you know what I mean? It feels like a little excessive. Like I'm happy to like give information, but jump back and play it. It's like when you've played a game for like, well, some people would laugh at me for like saying that I played like 800 hours of that game or something, you know what I mean? Because people have invested that much time into it. Like people invested 2,000 hours into that game, you know, which, oh, again, more power to them. Yeah. Fluff says, I'm going to guess Lone Syndicate was a support main in an MMO and enjoyed giving and the give and take of deciding who lives and who dies. I like that. I like the backstory we're building for Lone Syndicate. Fluff says, I hate how they've teased us with some of the most amazing looking characters, yeah, and then they're long dead, yeah. Only for them to be like, guess what, bitch, we're going back in time or some bullshit. Oh, James says, I wish I could get to floor 50. You absolutely can, man. Absolutely. Yeah, just set your sights on what you're after and slowly but surely chip away at it. Lone Syndicate says the question is why not? Why not? It introduces a new way to play and basically turns me into an unkillable god. Plus, it sounds fun and the challenge I never back down from. I was about to say, Lone Syndicate. It seems like you just are bored. Seems like you're like it's a way to play. What if there was a funner way to play? What if you didn't have to make your own content and make your own challenge to stay engaged and interested? I feel like this is a shortcoming on the game, and you're just like a beaten housewife kind of trying to make excuses for shitty, horrible actions. Kind of a rough analogy, I'll be honest, a little too much, but I regret nothing. Okay. But whatever keeps you here, buddy, in my chat is what I truly do favor you for. So if you whatever, I'm gonna selfishly feed off of the negativity of the relationship with us, the player, and Genshin Impact. Let's go get Tubby's rewards. Also, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know why I waited to do this. I was thinking about maybe making a video. I think I told you guys about it. Just picked your brain about it. But let us go get our fucking wings. I was thinking, like, what am I doing? It's you guys have no idea how hard it is to break, like, you guys probably do. You probably have a great idea of how hard it is to break, like, habits that you've been forming for, like, years. But for me, like, the idea of, like, oh, should I do that? Because I don't know if it's going to be, like, content that I could make eventually. But now it's like, well, wait, well, is it fun content? Is it interesting? I don't know. Probably not. Me getting fucking wings? I mean, it took a long time, so maybe that's cool. But yes, I don't think it's more than, like, a 2-second video. And even then, I don't know. You know? I don't think we'll do this right now, because I think, yeah, we're going to wind down. Also, there's a video coming out at 7:15, and it is 7:01 right now, so we need to be a little careful. What am I doing? We're going to go to this, collect the final thing we finally leveled up last week. This thing to the max potential, and we have good old Electro Wings, which we are going to go apply on relevant characters. But here's the thing, okay? I want to give this to Razor. Well, first of all, Ball is the obvious choice. I think this is her wing set. But yes, this makes sense for Ball. But does it make sense for Razor? Because yes, Razor's that, but Razor has the white wings, which also I feel like with his white hair kind of make more sense from an aesthetic point of view, you know? So we have this, which to me I think works. Like it's got his hair, it's kind of like good contrast. It's also, yeah, but then these ones, yeah, see the gold kind of works because his hood's kind of brownish and the gold's kind of dusty, like dusty-ish kind of like a color. So yeah, let's just change things up. Let's just change things up a little bit. Okay. Anyone else so I could slap that on? I think I could give Sayu the one wings. I think she would rock around with nothing. We do this. Dressing room. You're wearing nothing. Give the Animo wings. Looking sleek as hell. Okay. Yes, I think that's it. That's all I have, unfortunately. All right. And you will be coming higher value, but I can't farm for you yet, so it's pointless. But what? Yeah, see right here, I have. Oh, you guys can't see it. I have 2,000 defense on Albedo. So if you're dealing even half of that defense with what's his name? Gorou. That's like, what do you call it? That's was it half or 40? I think it was half. I think it was half of your defense. So that's 1,000 tick per 1.5 second. 5 seconds. You're constantly healing. Tick, 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 tick. And who knows if we can even get, potentially with Gorou, we're gonna be able to get even higher defense scaling. So it could even be beyond that. But that's pretty good amount of healing if it's constant and consistent, you know. What if we check out these wings? Ooh, look at that. It's kind of just like, yeah, wings. It just took such a long time to grind to, but we got it. Another bit of content gone. Although we still have so much content to do on Genshin, by the way. I still want to do like streams where we're just doing like Bennett's or Chung Young's kind of story quests and just hanging out together while we're just having that in the background, you know?
This realm is truly...
Oh, also, I haven't collected that one thing in forever. Let's do this real quick. Do this, back out. Goodbye, Tubby, you chunky monkey. Let's go over here. I want to go to this tree. Yeah, I haven't actually cashed in my tree forever, but I haven't collected a lot of chests either. I think I'm very far away from getting the Inazuma realm though, which is a little unfortunate. James says, how did people drop weapons in your waiting room? People need to die to your defense with holding just that weapon. So, but it cannot be a +5 weapon. It has to be a 4. It can be like a high grade of weapon, but it can't be a +5, which essentially doubles the durability by a huge amount. I don't think. Yeah. Also, you cannot drop forceman weapons. So you can't drop forceman weapons and +5 gear, which you can only do when you've maxed out the weapon to the highest degree. But you basically need to die in the waiting room with the person. So it's kind of complicated. You basically need to tell the person who's going to give you something, the region that you're in, like if you're in Canada, if you're in whatever, if you're in America, if you're in Japan, whatever like TDM Metro Defense region you've joined. You need to tell them where they are. They need to go and sort to find you. And then if I'm not mistaken, I think they do need to be in your same category. So they need to be in like silver, bronze, or whomever you get. It was easier to do back in the day when you were just trying to mass give a bunch of items to people. But also, the more you play in the TDM, the higher chance you have a better TDM defense, the higher chance people will die in your waiting room with relevant gear. But yes. Oh my god, we have 174 sigils? That's not even that much, but shit, we are at level 6. God, I haven't come here for ages. We're gonna get a bunch of money. Boom, offer, we're at 12. I think we need to get 40 or something. Some stupid shit. Oh my god. Hey, we got 2 wishes. We got the key. We got some of this too. We got this. Hey, from Fragmented Resin, baby, killing it. 2 more wishes. Can't wait to pull those out in 2 streams. Oh, when is it? Yeah, you need to get even higher to see. I think it's 40 for the realm. God damn you, you fucking people. Genshin people. You need to give so much. And I can get all the way to 15. Do I need to have 15 or is it like... I can't tell because it's locked. That's so much. Okay, we're gonna do this. Oh, there's a new event. I didn't even know. Okay, we could do this event. Well, no, we can't because we're sorry, we gotta do this. Well, how long is this event? Let's do the start of it. I hope we. Well, the good news, I don't have to work out today because it's my day off, but I do need to edit a video, so. I'm working on a Diona video, and yeah, I need to kind of compile good background footage and things. I did the voiceover and edited that up, so we're good with that. But I still need to. The long part is like making things seamless and like sequence into relevant gameplay. A little annoying, but yes. Lone Singlet says insane and crazy. Love says, I tend to give the wings based on how relevant, the main cities they are, or color schemes. Yeah, I was gonna say element combo, kind of where I'm going. Color schemes over element of combo, you mean? Lone Singlet says, I give wings based on the color schemes. Yes, yeah, I don't know. I think it's not bad either, but like sometimes they're like obvious, like it's like purple and Raiden Shogun, you know. Okay, so who's ready? Who's ready to get our fashion on, baby? Let's get it. Also, I forgot to take off this scene, so it looks normal here, but the other one not so much. Look how clean those words look, by the way. Fucking clean. I love the way that looks. Just the words. Sometimes we're unfortunate and we like look at a very like washed out white background and it doesn't really work. Like this. Where is it? Is there like a character? Yeah, like this. No, that works too. But sometimes you have like a washed out background. It looks a little sketchy, you know? Hello? Guys, I asked you this in the video. I'm not sure if anyone replied. How many of y'all actually paid, like how long do you last? Because I feel like no one can last forever in this. But how long do you last when listening or reading to what's happening in the event? And you're not just like, okay, we're just talking about how like you had like it rained the other day. Why? What? Why are we talking about how it rained? Why are we talking about like, oh no, my grandpa did this and that, whether it was just completely irrelevant to the story? Why? What is happening? Why is this a thing? And you can find me. I just tune out immediately. If it was voice, dude, I would sit here and I would just absorb and love, baby, but not happening. Anyways, what sort of flowers? We're getting flowers. She's just an interior designer. Let's make our own story. She's just living her best life. People look down on her for loving these flowers. She arranges them. It's a traditional thing in Inazuma. The fucking main traveler is just out here being the best guy possible, giving her all the attention about her weird hobby, flower arrangement, all these things, talking about all kind of herbs and how it smells nice and how it can increase your chakra and how that can like make you feel better about things. And then you ask for like any study, and then they kind of just get mad, and you're like, fuck. And now you have flowers, and that's the story, baby. I love it. I'm into it. Now, what are we doing? What are we doing? I like my story, frankly. Bento says, if it's an event with no voice acting, I usually just skip through it, right? If it was voice acting, I would just sit here and absorb, but it's nothing, and it kills me, because I care. I want to care. Oftentimes I get to my destination and I'm like, what am I doing? And I know it's my fault, but at the same time, how? How do you care? How do you care enough? Oh no. Oh, does she give us? Okay, so she gives us this item. If you have enough seeds, she gives you this item. What? It's like the one thing? I did not know that. It's like the stranger guy who gives you presents, and they're like rocks or something, and like some primos on top. Except it's just fucking Mora. That seems significantly less cool. Also, I should be down here. That's what it gives you. So you just give him seeds, and he gives you that. And you have estimated remaining today. Rewards offering travelers other worlds. Does anybody have anything better than this? Is it only like Mora and like some flowers? Or do you have a chance of getting like seeds? Bento says, down a video, Pog, I'm a building down after Hutao. Nice, man, she's good. Although she doesn't exactly synergize with Hutao, although she kind of does. She's just not able to benefit from her alt. Nub says, people read in games? Nub, you say you told me for a long, how I met you is learning that you watched visual novels and stuff, visual novel games of a certain variety. But you read games, no? Are they voiced? Do you understand Japanese or Chinese, whatever the hell the game thing is voiced by? Or is there not a lot of talking in those games? If I am being honest, even if there were content in Genshin, I would still do things like this because I have a creative mind and it comes up with all kinds of ideas, some great and some smart and others kind of insane and crazy. Fair enough, fair enough. Lovely mind, beautiful mind. Bento says, if the event is that, if Fluff agrees, if the event doesn't have voice acting, you skip through it. Lone Singer says, I normally start off reading, but if it goes on for a while, I just skip, yeah. I usually do that too, but now they're on stream, I'm like, I don't care enough to even pretend. Nova says, these games are meant to be read. You cannot I was about to say, that seems fair, yeah. Seems like there's a point. You're kind of like, also, there's such a mental thing. If you want to like just a good little bit of grin advice, it's such a powerful thing to like prime your mind before you do something. What I mean by that is like before you even do something, set your expectation on what you know you'll have to do before you even get into it. Recently, I've done this. I found it was really hard when it comes to exercising. This is a little tangent, but I found it really hard when it came to exercising to actually to do like high repetition activities. So I was able to do like 10 sets of 10 with relative ease. But if it was like 5 sets of 15, your body's under load for such a longer amount of time, and your arm has to like endure essentially past a certain point. And when you're lifting like 40 or 50 pounds above head, that like tiny extra amount of reps can just burn you to shit. But I found it massively helped when I eventually got it into my head that I was eventually able to like say no, it's only 5 reps, so it's less overall. So I just need to make sure I'm slow, methodical, patient about each rep, and then I can get through it. So you almost mentally are aware of what you're having to go do instead of treating it like it's the same thing. Like just give it a minute and we'll be good. Doesn't make the most sense because you guys don't know exactly the workout thing that I'm at, but hopefully it makes tiny bit sense. Lone Singlet says, Grin, they are offering me the same thing. Shitty. Rewards may differ in other travelers' worlds. Well, I don't care enough to, yeah, who cares? Confirm. Boom. And that's it. Can I buy, like, from you? I guess we can maybe open up the event and be like, hey. So, like, if you want. Yeah, okay, here we go. Oh. Okay, so is this the game? 0. Oh, I can give you guys flowers. Oh, no, I can receive. Or what? Friend has not yet set up a Dream Bloom request. I can have a wish list, like some sort of filthy, degenerate, OnlyFan person. Although not really. Just fucking who cares? I don't care what you want to do. I just noticed the parallels. Or actually, it's more like Twitch people. I've seen Twitch people have that beforehand, where like, if you guys have seen my Amazon wish list, which I get. I like do you, but at the same time, I'm like, it just seems like a weird thing. Like, hey, can you buy this? I guess it makes sense. It's kind of like when it's kind of like people don't like giving to homeless people or giving money to homeless people because you don't know what they'll do with it. But they're like, hey, I mean, hey, if I get this guy, my bro, with like an OLED fucking high response monitor, I'm happy with it. But if he spends it on fucking some stupid ass race car, eat me. You know, I don't get that value. It's stupid, but. I like the purple one. I like the droopy one. I like the purple one again. I like the gold one a little bit, but it looks too gold. I like this one. That's it. That's my wish list. Is that right? So I can gift, but I have none. How do you get? Rewards. Okay, so this is where the Primo Gems can attain. Obtain 1 Dream Bloom seed. Set up 1 Dream Bloom request. Plant and harvest 6 Dream Blooms. What the fuck? How do what? Okay. How do I... Today's... What? I probably shouldn't have skipped things. Process flower. Oh, do I need to go plant this? Event guidelines. To the city, submit the materials that she requires, and exchange, you obtain the rewards, the Dream Bloom seeds. The 3 different kinds of seeds differ from the event. Should I just need to plant these and hope that they go? I kind of forgot about Diana, but I might replace her instead of Zhongli, and only for a 4-star team. Plus, I only allow 1 male on my team at one time. So it is a great. So that's a great change. Okay, that's true. It's a weird thing, but sure, weird. Like yeah, but it is what it is. Again, I don't know if I need to talk to her because that's redeem and that's just to have. See, I don't. Yeah, let's back out. This, and I don't like. There's nothing to say. I can just. I guess I've already gotten my flowers for the day. I'm gonna go plant this. I guess I'm gonna have to uproot some of the ones I currently got cooking, but I don't know, dude. It seems weird. I don't know how this event really pans out. It seems like you need to come in there every day and be like, hey, can I have some flowers? Do you want some seeds? So is this the right? Nope, this is not the right like place. Do I need to like craft a place to hold the things? I don't think this is right. Let me get all these. There it is. Okay, so we need to plant all of these. I guess we just hope that it plants in time. It's a shame that you can't get your friends over here to like fucking fiddle with it and be like, hey, it's growing twice the speed now, you know? Also just throw in whatever we have, because yeah. We got that one. We did not get these ones. We'll do some of this and do some of this. Perfect. And then these ones, I always just go with this because it's my primary like source for things. When it comes to, oh, I didn't do that this week, did I? I don't think I did. Shit. Let me see. I did. Okay, thank God. Whew. I always forget to do this thing. This like special converter thing. Losing it says. Wait, no. Fluff says. Shenyan is the original Pyro Shielder, but I guess you'll be heavy on the Claymore. Yeah, okay. Flown Secret says, yeah, Fluff, but The thing that Shangling's shield it doesn't work as intended. Sure, but it still does something. It's true. If you had to name a shield team Onion, I'd be disappointed. It's fair. It's fair. I'm happy you got ahead of it. Again, I don't know what these things are, just besides... Oh! Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Okay, so it's 8 minutes. It's not like a day. Okay, these are 2 days, this is 8 minutes. So we need to come back in 8 minutes, and then we'll be ready to go. I just don't know how we get more. I guess they're just random? What you gain from these? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna start winding down, baby. Probably should have started winding down a little bit more, but then I seen there's a new event, and I was like, ooh. But as things tend to be, okay, this event may be different. This event may be like, hey, you should do it now because you need to get like these things cooking. Although if it takes 8 minutes, you could like wake up one day and just kind of grind it out if you wanted. But yes. Do this. That's creepy. It's like her sister thing is like looking behind her in the little crack of the thing. Do you see that? Weird. Anyway. Nub says you're what? Nub says so you're telling me my status points from yesterday didn't go to torture? If you didn't remind me, then what can I do? I'm supposed to remember all the things? I just remember how many lashings I get? I don't want to do them. But because you pointed it out, I feel like I have to do them. We'll do one set. Best I can do is one set. Waifu Shrine. Yes, that could be what it is. It's more a meme, but that also works. Now I've been to. Oh, my back. I don't know. There's not really a lot of space. Will this work? Let's see. Where's low cam? Low cam. Push-ups. There's my bed. There's my foot. Okay. Not a lot of room. Can I get by like this? A little bit. And I'm back. Okay, my poor arms. Yeah, it's the worst, man. It's going from like super. Oh shit, I'm gonna put my thing down. It's like going from like just relaxed, chill to your body being like, we're doing it. Every muscle on and fire. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for putting up with me, and as well as communicating with me specifically about Itto and Gorou. That's what I really wanted to do because I wanted to make a video just talking about them, potential artifacts, teams, and synergies like that. And then also throw in our kind of community thing, and also see you guys on the side communicating with us, so you guys can see yourself in the video, just to say, hey, thanks. It's my little lightheaded. Anyways, the other thing is that, again, at the start of the stream, I kind of fired at you guys. I was kind of being a weird thing at the beginning. I probably should have waited towards the end. But like I said, at the very beginning of the stream, I spent the whole day editing a video, and I enjoyed the process. I thought I'm making content that I think is actually pretty damn good now. Like it's nice to listen to. I think the mic quality is nice. I think you can like hear stuff, and it's the music in the background's kind of nice and kind of carries the video in a nice way for like an atmospheric kind of vibe. We cover things concisely and straight to the point, and I'm able to show gameplay in the background that's relevant to what I'm saying. But I again, like that's the thing, is like this whole week I've tried making some videos, and I thought they turned out really good. But I'm in a place where I think if I again, I mentioned at the beginning, but I think if I were to do what I like, so the video I'm going to upload tomorrow morning, I don't think will do well. But I think if I were to do that within any other game that doesn't already have like a really good established community. Like that's the thing. There's like Tectone, there's like MTash, there's Envy, there's all these people who are wonderful and who provide a very cool service, each providing different kind of levels to things and different takes on things. But because they are so like highly valued, highly sought after, and highly kind of marketed people, especially at the heyday of Genshin, making the most of it in unique ways, individually, of course, I feel like they kind of have the community's directive attention. So for me, I think it's like really hard to like, unless you want to do something entirely different, which I'm working on, to kind of make yourself stand out in a way that makes people think, okay, this is something that I could add to my roster of people I watch. But to say that like, if I'm gonna make information videos on the game, I'm asking my viewers to in a way replace sometimes those people, and they're pretty wonderful in their own respect. So to me, I think moving forward, I'm going to try to be efficient with Genshin because I love it to pieces and I really enjoy like the community and like the updates and all the things around it. But I think I'll try to save those kinds of videos, the one that I'm gonna upload tomorrow, maybe possibly, depending on how it gets a reaction. I think I'll save those kinds of videos for like games that don't have a lot of attention, that don't have a lot of coverage, and maybe in a way like Into the Pits. Maybe, but with that being said, I haven't looked into that community. I don't know if there's already like super big content creators making content of it. But I think I need to be smart about how like the effort that I put into a video. I want to keep putting high effort into the video, but at the same time, I need to be careful about not putting that video in a space or a pond where there is tons of big fish, which your video, even if it's good, gets kind of smothered by the kind of ecosystem around you, the environment itself. Which I'm happy to, and I'm happy that we're streaming now and that I can, do all that. But the other thing that we talked about prior on stream, which to me is a little relevant, is we talked about on stream how such a big part of the stream itself is that it's going to have to be content every day, but the stream might be that content some days. And on the days when we don't stream, that's when I'll guarantee give you an edited, hopefully lovely video, maybe even a community kind of video similar to like a share a grin or to try not to grin or something. But yeah, because today I forgot to upload a video today. I had to quickly upload it. In fact, it's already live because I was supposed to end this stream at 7, but then we had stuff to do and I wanted to keep going. So I have that video up right now. And in a way, the streams and the videos kind of compete a little bit. I'm not too egotistical to know that too much, a whole 2 hours of a person ends, even then some with a whole video that's edited and all that stuff. People would vie for the video or the stream, given what you prefer. So I don't like to necessarily put them in competition with one another. I very much enjoy like uploading them in the early morning and then having the stream later in the day, or vice versa, really late in the day or really early morning, depending on where you live in time zones. But I did feel that today. So the day where I was just like, oh shit, I forgot to upload a video, but we're streaming on YouTube. So why wouldn't that be okay for that just to be the video on YouTube? Instead, I burned a video real quick just to get it uploaded, even though they might be competing with each other and not actually being useful in that way, So anyways, I just think like if there is ever a day where there's no video on YouTube, there is a stream, so that will be the content. And I think I might try to aim towards like, okay, maybe 3 days of the week I'll need to cover and make sure there's videos. Maybe 4 actually, because we stream twice on Twitch, so I have to make sure there's 4 videos. Right? Is that right? So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday. I'll have to make sure that 4 days, 4 days are covered, essentially, so that you guys get content on the days that I'm maybe not on YouTube specifically. But we'll see. Anyways, just something I want to let you guys know of. If you ever see a video, or like, I'm not gonna, because again, it stressed me out. That's why but also I want to start making those videos that are like just fun to make, like, or not even fun to make, just like good, like again, like videos which have pretty obvious value, hopefully give light to a smaller game, hopefully provide a service to some extent like Light of Die did, so that's kind of where I'm at, and I just want to let you guys know that. So again, I'm sorry on the off chance that there are people who look for like highly edited videos every single day. Hopefully this means that videos in the future will be of a higher quality, but I'll be a little different. But the way that I'll handle Genshin, by the way, I'll probably make a lot of the videos that are videos streams. That's probably how I'll manage things, because again, Genshin videos don't do well because I think the community, there's already so many good content creators out there that cover and do things in a special, unique way. To have another one in the mix kind of just bogs things down. But that doesn't mean I don't love the game and want to participate in the community with you guys. But I think that just may have to be through streams and not through like edited videos. So we could just do what we did today, except react to the whole of 2.3, instead of making a specific kind of video tailor-made for an audience that already has probably seen the content and all of its that it has to hold to death, you know. So that's kind of where I'm thinking, and kind of where we're probably going to start moving towards. Of course, more changes. Forgive me for people who are a little sick and tired of so much rapid change. I'm doing my best to find structure, and honestly, I feel like this week has been, it's been awesome to feel like you're stagnant and stopped for such a long time, just to finally start feeling like it's not scary to move anymore, to change, to try things. In fact, it's honestly a little exciting. So that's kind of where we're at. Fluff says, re-asking, want me to provide a not raid stream today? We've got Space Aussie playing a Metroid Dead. Yeah, actually, hook us up with someone to go raid real quick, Fluff. Again, just fire off who your little heart desires. And then one of these days, if any of y'all who watch some YouTube streams want to throw in your cap in the ring, whoever brings it up first to me and say, hey, I have a raid recommendation, and you hang in there towards the end, I got you. Let's go raid and give some love to those people, except we can't say that we can get raid. You just got to go in there and be nice. Petro says, waifu shrine. Yeah. Let's see, oh, true, I just gonna name the team, the hero, the thing. Fluff says, the real ball in the background reminds me of the fan art where they put a retired character in the background, obscure them enough to be easy to miss without a specific eye. Bento says, little did you know, I'm gonna watch the video after the stream. I know that's the nicety. That's the people who could put up with my bullshit for far too long, frankly, Bento. But I appreciate you more than you could ever know. Launching it says, same Bento, but I'm okay with no video on the stream days. If I want to watch more Grin, I'll have to watch older videos. Well, again, hopefully the stream is a lot of content. We stream for 2 hours, and I try to be on. I try to be as like cognitively here as possible. You know what I mean? Like my voice is hoarse. Like you guys can't hear it, I imagine, but my voice feels scratchy. Because I've been non-stop ranting at you guys for like 3 hours. Almost. Not really quite 3 hours. It was like 3 hours and a half, or 2 hours and a half. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm off to go edit Diona's video. Hopefully you enjoyed the video up right now. I think we checked out r/satisfying, which I kind of came at you guys in that video, a little bit cooking. Maybe presuming a little too much. But anyways. Nubb says, well, on YouTube, a raid has a negative connotation. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Weird. Yeah, yes. I didn't think about that, Nubby. It's just not referred to as such. Oh, okay, I see. Hype train, I guess? I don't know. Content spotlight? I don't know. Give us a name, Fluff. Hit us with it. Not a name, a link. There it is. Always, Crab Game collab, go here. Anyways, Crab Game collab, go here. Is that like a link that they're all playing? I think so. Yes. Okay. Hopefully that's the link to the stream. Ladies and gentlemen, go support Fluff. Fluff's people stream, not people, just the stream. He likes the people on the stream. We vouch for Fluff here. Good shit. Also, for Into the Pit, movement is still king. Yeah, movement healing seems to be the good play there, but I haven't gotten lucky to get a movement all the time. Although I have skipped it a bunch, but I won't anymore now. But last, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Hope you guys do enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye. Also, yeah, the video is coming out tomorrow morning about the thing, and it's probably going to be done to death. But I worked hard on it. If you want to watch it, I'd appreciate it.